with the spirit and power of the Yahweh.
That's right.
Before we get started with this lesson, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well, concerning this truth for the true leaders of Israel today, and also peace, love, blessings, and salutations to the elect. All right, shalom.
Shalom.
We're back out here once again doing the work of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Clearly, we can tell the times that we're in. Right, we're seeing all of these promises coming to pass. You got the MOTB that's on the scene, right? You got Esau pretty much showing his horns and revealing it to y'all who he is, being the devil, man. And look, you got what's this guy's name? Klaus Schwab, his little minions, the whole WEF. They're speaking great swelling words, man. Right? Because they really think that they're going to be able to bring in their NWO.
That's right.
Right? But guess what? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to put a stop to their plans. But before they in the midst of that, hey, look, we entering into the time of Jacob's trouble, man. So all hell is about to break loose, right? Look, the weather is about to break, spring is about to come in, and you got Jake in a mindset, in the spirit of mirth, right? They thinking that they about to live it up. They thinking all things is about to be good, but they don't really understand the plans of this damn devil, man. Right?
Go right into it for you. This is Sirach, Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 2. Matter of fact, I'm going to go to the point. Let's go right down to 4. It says, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning.
Right. It says the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, man. Right. And that's ultimately speaking about the elect, the hopeful elect. Lord willing, we of the elect. That's what we call ourselves, the hopeful elect. But we understand what's going on, man. We ain't in no good, no spirit of mirth right now, man.
That's right.
Right. Now we have our moments where we laugh and do this, but for the most part, we understand the times that we're in.
Business comes first.
There you go. Business comes first. We understand that we've been oppressed. We understand that this place is not our rest. We're in the land of our captivity. And we understand what the Lord is about to bring to this place, man. Very, very serious wrath and judgment is coming to this place.
That's right.
So we're not in that spirit of mirth, man. So start back from the top of the show.
It's Ecclesiastes 7 and 4. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning.
Right.
But the heart of fools is in the house of mirth.
The heart of fools is in the house of mirth, man. Hey, we're going to speak about the 2/3 because the heathen, it is what it is with them. Right. But speaking about the 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and y'all in the wrong spirit, man. They worried about living it up. They worried about sports, these playoffs. They worried about, their favorite television shows. And then they're worried about really just trying to get to the bag. That's all they want to do, the bag, chase the bag, man. But they don't understand this all about to collapse the economy, man. You just had that bank in, what was that, it's in California.
Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley. You just had that bank. They're pretty much done. They what they call a failure. So that bank is done, and everybody that had their money tied up in that bank, they ain't gonna get their money, man. Right? So the times we in, that was just a trial run, man.
Right. That's gonna have a ripple effect on the rest of these banks. That's why you had I forget the name of the people that worked for the bank. Pretty much was like they had a video where they was laughing. Pretty much saying that they didn't want the massive, to know what was really going on with the bank. If they did, they would be making these massive bank runs to try to get their money out, which would pretty much make the banking system collapse, man.
Yep.
So now they're keeping the people in the dark to pretty much, make it think that society is going to go on as normal, man. But as we're seeing all the dominoes begin to, fall, we're witnessing this is the end of Babylon, man.
Yep.
Right? Babylon is imploding upon itself, man.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And that's the times that we're in. You got Drake. All they know is America. All they know is Babylon. They think that this shit is just going to continue to go on and go on and go on. They're going to continue to do the same bullshit over and over, man. But they don't understand that the Lord is about to take this place out, man. Right? For all of the wickedness that America has been pushing upon the whole entire earth, man.
You should be rejoicing for that, man.
Right.
This is 2nd Andrews 9 and 5. It says, for like all that remain in the world have a beginning and the end is manifest.
That's right, man. It says the end is manifest, man. So the end of what? Right? Because a lot of people, they'll say, oh, man, I feel like, we're in the times of the end of the world. And they don't really understand what they're talking about. They're thinking that when they say the end of the world, that the whole earth is just going to implode and blow up. No, man, because the scripture say that earth divided forever. Now, when it says the end, it's talking about, when people talk about the end of the world, it's talking about the end of a certain rulership. Now, who's in power right now? Bring it out.
world.
Right. It says for Esau is the end of the world. So now you got to figure out, well, who is Esau, man? Right? Who does that go back to? The so-called white man. Who's the one that's portraying themselves to be the Most High, right? Especially with this whole using the ninth chapter, right? Especially with this whole AI technology movement that's going on, right? They actually putting themselves up of trying to be like the Most High, right? So ain't no other nation did that. Ain't no other nation put their images up and say, oh, well, this is the Lord, right? And by the name of so-called Jesus, with a so-called white face on it, man, right? So we understand who it is. It's the so-called white man. He goes back to Esau Edom, man. It's the end of his world. Now you go into that word world, it goes into eon, a period of time, the end of an era, the end of an age, man. So that's what's going on, man. Bring it back and say, for Esau's the end of the world.
Second after 69. For Esau is the end of the world.
That's right. So that's the times that we in. Keep going.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
So a transition of power is going on. Somebody give me Sirach 10 and 8, man. That's what's going on right now, man. When all these prophecies coming to pass is for a reason, right? A transition of power is taking place, man. A power shift is taking place, man. Esau is about to be brought down. Now, what caused Esau being brought down? All of these plagues, these prophecies coming to pass, man, right? So at the end of the day, when the Lord takes down Esau, they say Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So the Lord is about to raise up Jacob, right? But it starts with the elect, man.
Right.
You know?
In the midst of this regime change, it's going to be the birth pain that's going to take place, which is all the calamity that must come to pass to show us that we're leaving one rulership and entering into another one, man.
Right.
And Esau's kingdom is being destroyed, so this is why you're seeing all these different things happening in the world, man. Like you said, man, these train derailments, which is polluting the earth. All right, you're having the economic, part of Babylon, pretty much being destroyed. All right, the mindset, the morality of the people is eroding. All right, which lets you know that we're in the end, because when it comes to what they're pushing, which is this alphabet agenda, history always repeats itself to show you when we get to the end of an empire, that's when they start pushing that mold and transformer agenda, man.
And also all the women liberation, and all these different rights and these different ranking positions in the government and all of that, man. Same shit going on, man.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 2. It is better to go in the house of mourning than to go into the house of feasting.
That's right.
For that it is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart.
All right, and at the end of the day, just like we're going into the topic, man, it's best to be in the house of mourning than to be in the house of feasting. Because at the end of the day, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is about to destroy America. All right, he about to bestow Jacob's trouble. All right, so we have to, through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we have to prepare ourselves until the elect, whoever they may be, to get themselves right and in order with the Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Right, you gotta be in the know. All right, being in the house of feasting, man, you are being distracted from what's going on. So your mind isn't in the right place, man. All right, because this is why they promote it's just the party and bullshit spirit all throughout the world, man. Because the average person that's not thinking about what's going on, they're not even inclined to even wonder about why is these things in society happening? Why are these? First of all, dealing with the WEF, these are unelected people that just came out of the blue, just demanding that we're gonna do all these things. Who put these guys in charge? First and foremost, man. And why is nobody questioning these things, man? So now they're coming out and saying that, hey, we're gonna get to a point to where you're not gonna eat meat no more. All right, you're gonna have a digital device implanted in you, so we're gonna have full control over your diet, over what you do. All right, that should be a question amongst all the people in the world, man. Why are they collapsing the money? You gotta think about things like this, man.
That's right.
You know?
Got a quick precept. Ezekiel chapter 21, verse 9, and I'm gonna go down to verse 10. Son of man, prophesy, and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sword slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? So should we be in that type of spirit of mirth, man? But we see that the Lord got Esau preparing preparing a sword to come down upon this place, man. Right? Should we be in that spirit of mirth? Nah, man. You need to be in the spirit of Sodom spirit, man. A spirit of fear, first and foremost. That's right.
Right.
You need to be in the spirit of fear And who? A spirit of fear and who? Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man.
Right. Because when you really sit there and analyze the mirth that these people get into, it's really nonsense.
Folly.
Right? All right, because the actual mirth that's going on is bullshit. Real quick, this is Isaiah 24 and verse 9. It says, "They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it," because we're getting to a time to where the enjoyment in Babylon is coming to an end, man.
That's right.
So these niggas, man, they're gonna be trying to drink alcohol to escape their problem. Problem's still gonna be there, man. They ain't gonna be able to enjoy shit, man.
They ain't gonna be able to enjoy it because the plagues that the Lord is bringing to this place, man. The Lord, it's gonna be too much. You know, you're gonna be thinking, you're gonna be trying to get drunk when you pretty much in darkness, man.
Right.
Because the Lord said what in what is that? 2 Andrew 15 and 11, He was going to bring the plagues of Egypt again as before,
Right.
man. So if you think about the plagues of ancient Egypt, the Lord plaguing with darkness, the same thing's gonna happen. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, man. The Lord will be plaguing with apparitions, seeing demons. So you ain't gonna be able to enjoy this strong drink in that time.
The city of confusion is broken down.
You see the confusion of Babylon. So the Lord is about to break. The Lord is already breaking this place down, but the Lord about to put it in the full throttle, man. You know.
It says, "Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone." And that's what we're going into. This is why you shouldn't be in the house of mirth. It really is nothing to be, mirthed up about, man.
Right.
Hey, you look at everything that people's into. Sports is trash now. Everything is starting to show you that it's fake.
Really?
All right, it's a script. That all these athletes. Who's the nigga the football nigga that came out and said that? The Adrian Foster.
Arian Foster.
Arian Foster.
Yeah, he was a former running back for Houston Texans. He was pretty good too.
Yeah.
He was going into how pretty much they run off of the script, man. They give them their script even when they go to practice, man. They going over plays of what they're gonna run in the NFL games.
Yeah, saying he's gonna get injured in the
Yep.
third. So this whole thing with John Morant, man, this shit is nothing but a farce, man. You know, hey, that's his humiliation ritual, man.
Yeah.
You
I don't know about KD. That might not have been scripted.
You never know. I don't know.
It could have
Shit.
been.
Either way,
It's
it's a distraction to keep the people that's
all
into
it
that world into that shit, man.
Right.
You know, you got the music. The music is ass, man.
Yep.
All right. Man, you got all these the rap beats, the BS, man. Okay, all the mirth that the people get into is all bullshit, and it's no longer keeping the minds captivated. That's why they're gonna continue one distraction to another distraction to another distraction, because you can't captivate the minds of the people anymore with just one thing, man.
Yeah, it's Esau's old trick, bread and circus, man. That's all it is. It's failed. It's failing, man. That's all it is bread and circus. Right here it is. They putting like the preachers going into it, putting all of these distractions out, but behind the scenes, these devils is coming with that sword.
Right. That's why I say it's a crime for wine in the streets now, because now, people want answers. All right, especially during the time of the pandemic when the whole world was in lockdown, people was wanting answers, man. And the answer was coming from who? The prophets, man.
That's right.
Everybody was on YouTube watching the Israelites. Everybody want to talk about the Israelites, man.
Right.
Because they know that we have the truth. And so now that the society has opened back up, so to say, people are back to the folly, but then they still sneaking going to watch the Israelite video, man.
Yep.
You know, you had guys like Kanye, Kyrie speak out, all right, which got everybody thinking again, man. But then, like I said, that got swept back under the rug. Now everybody's back in folly land, man.
Yep.
But like I said, it can only get the mind of the people for so long before they have to start looking again, man. That's why Esau has to come back with all the nonsense, man.
Yep.
Yeah, major distraction that happened not too long ago was you got Chris Rock, Will Smith smacked Chris Rock. That was a major distraction.
Right. Exactly.
They was talking about that now. How Chris Rock came back, did a stand-up talking.
Yeah. It's a Netflix stand-up or whatever.
Yeah.
But basically, they said the whole time he's going in on that whole situation.
Yeah,
and all that shit is bullshit.
It's all
folly.
bullshit.
Yeah, right. It's folly. Because they just trying to set up these distractions to keep your mind off of what's really going on.
Yeah, and you tell it because the smack heard around the world was actually rehearsed, and that was actually done in a movie a long time ago, man. The exact same way, man.
Yep. And then you got to realize this too, man. These are actors and actresses that's doing this. Will Smith and these are like the top of the line actors, man.
Lower luminaries, man.
Come on, man. Y'all believe that shit?
Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in no place. because it concerns salvation.
Yeah, because Jake is very simple, man. They're very simple minded. Right? It don't take nothing to get Jake distracted, man. Right? So here it is, Jake is involved in all of this entertainment, all of this folly and bullshit. It ain't nothing for Esau to put up all of these different types of distractions, and then behind the scenes, roll up on Jake and surprise him with the sword, man.
It don't take much to captivate Jake, man.
Right.
Jake is like that damn animal that see that shiny object, he's gonna go to it, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Like a cat with a ball of yarn, man.
Right.
You start playing with the shit, get it, or with the flashlight trick. You
Or the-
put it in, they start going after the flashlight. That's Jake, man. They get distracted very easy, man.
Yeah.
Like you see these other nations, they know some shit is going down, man.
Yeah, give you an example. You got TikTok, right?
Right.
TikTok for America,
Yep.
the algorithm is set to goddamn make
Bullshit.
niggas retarded. Man, they
Yep.
promote dumb shit. Niggas eating, doing these stupid ass dances and whatever else.
Challenges,
Just,
yep.
it's to dumb you down. But the TikTok, which is owned by China, by the way,
Yep, that's
that over in China, they promote on TikTok, productive things to get the minds of the people working, to promote them to do more, man.
Yep.
All right, but see, the algorithm over here is set to make motherfuckers retarded, man.
Even with the commercials, right? If you watch TV and you see these commercials, all they put out is whatever type of agenda they want to put into your mind.
Exactly.
Now, if you think about the commercials in these foreign countries, they go into information. They have a lot of informational type of commercials, so on and so forth. So they show you the difference of what over here in America. This is the land of folly, man. And these elites, they want all you Americans dumbed the fuck down, man.
Right. They say, hey, look, I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers. So a slave has no need to have any knowledge, man. All you need to know is what time they want you up for work, and then just repeat. All right. Eat shit, repeat. Eat
Yep.
shit, sleep, repeat. Man. That's
Yep.
it. That's your life, man.
Yep.
You know.
It's that same cycle.
Let's bring that out one more.
Absolutely, bro.
This book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10 and verse 6. It says, folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in humble places. The rich is going into the elect. What is it rich in? Rich in faith.
Yep.
In Revelation, it says, I know thy poverty,
Yep.
but thou art rich.
Yep.
Rich in faith, man. We believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yes, that's why you don't have nobody out here listening to us, man. Because we're not in a so-called high place like these celebrities or whatever. You had like LeBron James and so on and so forth, some of your favorite actors or athletes or celebrities out here, right? Cooking chicken and got music playing, breakdancing going on, pop lock and all that bullshit. You'll have a line wrapped around the whole block, man. Right. But with us, with this important and very precious message that we have out here, hey, look, you don't got nobody listening to it, man, because they look at us as just regular niggas. Right, they say it all the time. Y'all niggas go get a job. But brothers got better jobs than y'all, man. But that's the example, man. They look at us as, because in this society, in order to draw the attention, you got to have that so-called image of success, being successful, man. Right? Have $1 million suit on, you know what I'm saying, 3-piece song, whatever, man. But they look at us and they're not gonna think about the message that we're putting out, man, because of our so-called low status, man.
Hey, it's like they'll put a D-boy over the prophets.
Right.
They esteem someone that's selling drugs,
Right.
making fast cash over.
Yep. Yeah, they got the flash and zero and so on and so forth. But that's gonna be the starter block. That's gonna be, to their own death.
Sirach chapter 13, verse 23. It says, when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue. And look,
Yeah, hey, look, we can follow the example of like LeBron James, right? He's rich on Floyd Mayweather. Or what's the guy's name? Nipsey Hussle. Right? Everybody held on to every word that nigga was saying. Just because, he had that so-called image of status, man. He had that certain type of clout and fame and riches. Now everybody want to listen to every word. Right?
You better say, I'm about to say them two for Israel, because all these celebrities that watch Jake or watch us, nobody cares what we gotta say until one of the niggas like them say it.
Right.
But we were teaching way before these niggas even thought about talking about Israel, man.
Right.
So that's why it says, when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith. They extol it to the clouds. Now, when Kanye came out, and, we're the real Jews. Everybody had it on you know, on the Facebook post,
Yep.
on the Instagram. Yeah, I'm an Israelite, man.
Yep.
You know, Kyrie Irving put, yeah, Hebrews and Negroes. Yeah, I ain't a Negro, I'm a Hebrew.
Yep.
But hey, the same men that you see out here every week, you know, you don't say nothing. You don't look, see what we got to say, man. Also, when niggas walk by, hey, you know, y'all know what Kanye was talking about.
Right.
Like, nigga,
That's
we taught Kanye, man. Not
Exactly.
saying we personally,
Right.
but the Israelites gave Kanye
He got
the
it from
information to know that, man.
And not
You
even
know?
just Kanye, a lot of them. There you go. No, you right on point. Yeah.
But here you have Kanye and Kyrie. Kyrie ain't been up a closer link, you know.
Niggas going
Going
crazy.
into Hebrews and Negro.
You man, Israelites bigging them up.
Niggas went and marched for that.
Yeah, you man, Israelites bigging them up, going and marching for this nigga, man. And niggas gave y'all the stiff on him. You know?
This y'all like a bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But that's how it is, man. You got Kanye and these guys talking about Israelites, but like the brother Jeremiah said, man, the apostles been doing this thing, man. And really doing the work. Because what Kanye and Kyrie did, they ain't did no fucking work.
Right.
They ain't go out to the highways and byways. They ain't, I guarantee one thing, they ain't giving up the riches that they got.
Yeah,
You see Kyrie.
They gave that damn bread to the Muslims, man.
They gave it to some fucking Muslims.
Yeah.
But another thing, that what are they teaching about the Israelites now?
Absolutely
You
not.
ain't heard Kanye say nothing about Israel in about 2 months since all
Not
that
since
happened,
drink
man.
champs and all that shit.
You know, Kyrie ain't saying shit after them Amalekites, you know, pretty much about to get the nigga out the league, man.
Yeah.
You know, now he's at Dallas being monitored by one of the top Amalekites in the NBA, which is Mark Cuban, man. You know,
I ain't even thought about
yeah,
it.
Mark Cuban's a damn Amalekite, man.
That's heavy. I ain't even thought
You
about
know,
it.
so that goes to show you, man. And these celebrities, they got gag orders, man.
Yep.
You know, they're not allowed to speak on the truth, man. But these people take everything they say with you know,
hang on to every
they
word.
hang on to every word. As it says, when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look, when he saith, they extol him to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. You know? Yeah, because they don't look at us as any type of people or influence to listen to, man. And that dude, all these addicted comedians, he was speaking about that, how you got these people that look for the niggas with the price of chains, stats of society. You got guys that's in your own neighborhood that got wisdom. You don't care about nothing they got to say, though, man. You know? And each and every one of us that got family, we try to teach, man. And they don't give a damn what we talking about. But the moment one of these celebrities speak about the truth, Kendrick Lamar made that song talking about don't call me black before I'm an Israelite. Now everybody want to hear what you got to say. Oh, you talking about what Kendrick talking about, right?
Yep.
You know, man, that nigga Kendrick, man, he deep, man. He know he's Israelite. Kodak too, you know. But I'm gonna show you, man. Our people fickle, man.
Yeah, very
You know?
fickle. That goes exactly, man. You know, so here it is. We got the real message coming out, and like we was going into, man, ain't nobody out here listening to this message. The only time they're gonna want to listen to this message is when the Lord turns the heat up. Like the example that Chris is making, man. When that whole C99 shit came in, right? With the whole lockdown, so Jake was ready to pay attention and listen.
Jake
Yeah,
was
you're
on
right, brother. You're right.
They was on YouTube. We had Carmelo Anthony talking about some,
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Israelites.
Because he wasn't getting no money. Which goes to show you, yeah, but no team signing his ass. That's why he wants to talk some Israelites all of a sudden, right?
God.
But when it comes to you know, you know we have a little fun, right? But you know, because they weren't getting no money at the time, right? But as soon as they started opening things back up, the lockdowns was done away with. They went right back to doing the same folly and bullshit, man. Another example is when that whole thing happened with the whole nuclear missile scare.
Yeah.
And everybody hit up the elder brother the Bar Yahweh, right? Everybody hit his page up, which goes to show you that they know about the Hebrew Israelites and they know where to find this truth. They know where to find us at whenever things tighten up, man. Which goes to show you that Jake is out here bullshit, man. Jake is fucking around and bullshit.
Amos the 8th chapter. He said they're gonna be running to and fro.
Yeah, grab that Bible shot. Grab that Bible shot. You answer. You answer, son.
Quick precept, Luke chapter 6 and verse 24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation.
He said, woe unto you that are rich. Right? Woe goes into death and destruction, man. He said, you have received your consolation, man. I keep bringing up LeBron because he's like, when it comes to athletes, he's like one of the highest paid guys, right? Say he worth like $1 billion, Floyd Mayweather. That's their consolation, man. It ain't meant for them to come into this truth and to teach and do the work, man. They already receive their consolation. So when all hell breaks loose, and when they lose that, guess what? They ain't gonna have the gift of the truth, man. They're not gonna have this gift. That's only slated for the elect. Lord, when we of the elect, man.
You know them niggas watch us just as much
Absolutely.
as the average person, man.
Because LeBron had on like fringes or
Yeah,
something, right?
Kyrie too, but he started growing his beard out though, man. I'll
Right.
let you know. A lot of these damn athletes, like Floyd on here, is like he came out and said it, man.
Yeah.
You know, he Judah. That's why he started growing his beard out.
Yep.
You know, started growing his hair back. You know, his shit through, but still. You know?
You
But I'm gonna show you, man. These niggas know. All right.
But
So there's no
it's-
excuse.
But it's more to knowing that you're an Israelite, man.
Right.
Because especially if you're an Israelite, man, it comes with actually, it comes with sacrifices, man. You got to give up certain things. You got to sacrifice a lot of things, and those guys ain't willing to give up and sacrifice their riches to come out here and to, exactly. And what Sirach 2:1 says, when thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. They're not ready for that temptation. So they like, look, all right, I'll acknowledge that I'm Hebrew Israelite, but that's as far as it's going to go.
That's why I said with the parable when it said how have to go about the rich man in his kingdom.
Talking about the leader of for a camel, yeah.
For a rich man to enter into the kingdom.
Right, because these niggas ain't gonna give up their riches for the kingdom of heaven, man. Because to them, they believe they're in the kingdom already, man. Like that dude Drake saying, man. I can't see heaven being better than this, man. Their whole life revolves around Babylon, man. All right, they can't see themselves. They work. Imagine John and LeBron, right? Floyd, these guys that came from nothing.
Yep.
They worked their whole life to get to that level to where they're at the top, the upper echelon of their craft, man. They're not gonna give that up for the truth, man. You know, because these niggas, they didn't took the oath, all right. They didn't got their families from poor, they got stuff. They're not gonna give up that for the kingdom of heaven, man. Because this, like you said, this truth requires sacrifice, man.
That's right.
And they're not gonna do that, man.
You got that one. Which one? No, you bring it out. Okay. Bring out one.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 3 and verse 16. Even though this pursued to the ones that's in the truth,
Right.
all right. But at the end of the day, hey, like the brother's saying, these people know that they are Hebrew Israelites. These people know that they have to sacrifice certain things in order to come into this truth, in order to preach the word. But like we said, and through the Spirit, they're not going to do those things. All right. Revelation chapter 3 and verse 16. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. All right, like I said, man, first and foremost, to you ones that come into this truth, knowing about Yahweh Shem Yahushua, but it also pertains to you people that want to have one foot in the world and one foot out of the world, man. At the end of the day, not putting on that ultimate sacrifice in worshiping Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, because you have received your consolation, as it says in Luke 6 and 24. That was it.
Yep. And Romans the 12th chapter says, make your body a living sacrifice.
Yeah.
They ain't willing to count the cost, man. As long as they can continue to get their goodies from Esau, they good to go.
Yeah, man. Because LeBron just keep bringing that nigga up, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Somebody,
you know that dude, he got it, man. And like I said, he was groomed to be where he's at. I don't know if y'all see, it was a video where they said like the number 38 kept coming up. Dealing with how he broke that record.
38 years old.
Kareem, yeah, he's 38 years old. He pretty much the ritual.
Yeah,
you know,
there you go.
it was 38 years after Kareem
Oh, I ain't even know that.
Kareem, you know, it gotta be longer than 38. I'm tripping.
It was 38 years. It was talking about 38 years.
But
that was
number
like-
38 kept coming up.
Yeah.
You know, you can find the video. Y'all can look it up.
And then when he broke the record, he had 38,338 points or some shit like that. I'm like, bro.
And he clocked out of the game at 38 seconds left, man.
I ain't even
You
know
know.
that.
So they gonna let you know, man. It
That's
was
that
some ritualistic.
ritualistic. That's that ritualistic shit. But you'll have guys that'll call us so-called conspiracy theorists, right? Oh, you guys are crazy.
But
It's like put it in your face.
He deals with numbers, man.
That's right.
You know.
I got a quick precept. This is Mark chapter 10 and 21. This is going back to what the priest was referring to, man. I'm going to read this account. Then Yahweh Shai, beholding him, loved him and said unto him, one thing thou lackest, go thy way, sell whatsoever thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven. And come, take up the cross and follow me. So at the end of the day, man, when it comes to following Yahweh Shem Yahushua, there's certain sacrifices, certain things you gotta give up, man. Right? And the number one thing you gotta give up is the so-called world, man. Which at the end of we was talking about this last night, it's the spirit. Which at the end of the day, we ain't living anyway, man. This ain't life, man. Now coming into this truth, the Lord brought us into life, everlasting life. But you know, at one point in time, you might have had aspirations of you want to be an entertainer, athlete, whatever, right? You want to make a lot of money. You want to live that so-called American dream. Got a white kid with a white picket fence, right? But all of that is bullshit. But that's what you got to give up in order to follow Yahweh Shah. You got to give up your so-called riches. You might have been that guy in the world. You got to get that shit up when you follow Yahweh Shah, man. Verse 22. And he was sad at that saying. This is talking about that rich man. And went away grieved, for he had great possessions. So he was not willing to give up his great possessions, his riches. He wasn't able to give up his so-called what do you call it, materialistic items, man.
His status.
His status.
He loved the world too much, man. He loved the world more than he loved Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Right. There you go. Verse 23, and Yahweh shall look round about and saith unto his disciples, how heartily shall they that have riches enter into the kingdom of the Most High? Who is going into how pretty much these guys that are rich, they've already received their consolation, man. Majority of these guys ain't gonna make it. Yeah. They're not gonna make it, man.
That's right.
Verse 24, and the disciples were astonished at his words, but Yahweh shall answer again and saith unto them, children, how hard is it for them that trust in riches to enter into the kingdom of the Most High? 25 being the point. Mark 10 and 25. It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
Right.
So you got to think about that.
And when you break that down, just using that analogy, they say for a camel to do that, you have to beat him to get him to lay down so you can take all the bags off the hump. And a camel is a stubborn animal, man. He's going to fight you all the way, in that whole process, man. That's the same way you use that for the rich man, because he's not going to give up his riches, man.
No.
Like I said, man, LeBron is a billionaire, I believe now, man. He's not going to give that money up. Floyd Mayweather, even the average athlete.
Yep.
They're
Man, like $900,000.
They're not going to get that shit up, man.
Yeah, that's a lot of money, man.
Because that status of being that dude, because coming from where they came from, each and every one of these guys that's on top like that, they were that man. They were that dude coming from their neighborhood.
Yeah.
They put their family in a position where their family was quote unquote comfortable. They're not gonna give that up for the truth, man. But the flip side of all that is that side of that world is not even worth it. Because look what you're giving up in terms of being like that, man. Now you have no privacy. You got TMZ at your damn door every fucking day. You go outside, man, taking pictures of you even though you don't want them to, man. Your family, now they're looking at you as an ATM, man.
If I may add, the scriptures go into how, it says, give me neither poverty nor riches. Yep. I forgot if it really that's going into it. We just need just enough our daily bread to get by.
We content with what the Lord is providing for us, man. We're not trying to be super rich. We don't want to be, extremely poor to where we got to be homeless, man. The Lord, provides just enough of what we need to sustain ourselves while we're here in this captivity, man.
That's why
we're gonna be rich in the kingdom.
The daily bread, the Lord's bread. I don't want to pull out, man. Give me my daily bread, man. This is Proverbs 30 and 8. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me.
The ultimate food that's convenient for us is listen out there.
What did Satan tell Yahushua when he was tempted? What did Yahushua tell Satan when he was tempted? He said, man, hey, men shall not live by bread alone, man. All right?
The word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High.
That's it.
That's right.
All right? That's what I say. Feed me with food convenient for me, man. Right. Which is this truth, man. Let me say, drink of my blood, eat of my flesh. That's his word, man. Just consume the whole road.
Yep. This is the gift. How about everybody can receive this gift, especially these rich people out here, man. Got something real quick. This is Sirach 11 and verse 18. There is that waxeth rich by his weariness and pension, and this is the portion of his reward. Whereas he saith, I have found rest And now will he continue of my goods, and yet he knoweth not what time shall come upon him, and that he must leave those things to others and die. So they don't even understand. And these riches that they obtaining, man, hey, look, the Lord can take that away from, the Lord can take them out any minute. And who's those riches gonna go down to, man? Them same riches that they've been hoarding and all that get passed down to somebody else.
But really, it all go back to Esau.
Right.
Because that mentality of trying to pour up all these riches to you, that really go back to the Egyptians, man.
Yep.
You know, with the pharaohs, and when the pharaohs would die, they would have themselves be buried in the tomb with all the riches,
Right.
even their servants.
Right.
Their servants could be young. They kill the servants and make them be buried in their tombs with them, man.
Yep.
You know, that's that covetousness.
That's
and
what
we
that
think
is.
you're gonna take the riches to you with you to the spirit world, man.
And that's what Kevin niggas be getting into. They talking about the ancestors and talking about putting certain trinkets or whatever with, man. That shit is bugged out, man.
Yeah.
Because when you die pursuant to Ecclesiastes, what is that? The 7th chapter or the 12th chapter, 12 and 7. Your spirit goes back to the Heavenly Father, man. 12 and 7.
And then look what happened to the damn pharaohs, man. They had their tombs. What happened? Esau went in there and grave robbed.
Raided them tombs, man. They didn't know they had them riches. And so it's really nonsense.
It's vanity, man. At the end of the day, man. Vanity, everything is vanity, man.
Yeah, King Solomon said that. And we talked about that last night. King Solomon had all the riches, man. Right? King Solomon was living it up. And what did he say? All this vanity and vexation to the spirit. So that's our greatest example, man. Look, the only time we're gonna be able to enjoy the so-called riches, right, is when we're in the kingdom. When we're at eternal rest, man. Right?
Moses said the best himself, man. When he was like, man, I have all this money and all this fame, and I'm still depressed.
Still depressed. And a lot of guys come out and say,
Ben Wallace, you know, a lot of these damn celebrities, that's why they on all these drugs and shit, man. Just probably why John Morant said he had to check in damn a rehab for alcohol and depression, man.
I think that Esau behind that. You know, they like to say Jake, you know, they love Hennessy, man. That was Esau behind that, man. Oh, y'all all goddamn bitch gotta be some fucking Hennessy, man. God damn. Some the nigga.
That's the nigga drink.
Yeah, bro.
And that's really bottom shelf liquor.
It's that nigga post.
That shit is trash, man.
And this is the book of Matthew chapter 16, verse 26, man. And going into, you know, examples again of LeBron James and, you know, rest of them clowns. It says, for what is a man profit if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall it said, or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? All right, so what's the man gonna profit? All right, for give up what he doing for this truth. All right, or what should he gain if he, you know, gain the whole world? All right, first of all, you know, if you gain this whole world, you gain wealth. Yeah, pretty much, man.
Yeah, because you gotta sell out to be able to pretty much, you know, be on top. You wanna be on in this world, Esau's gonna approach you and you gotta sell your soul to him. That's not meaning that you sitting there and your soul is about your body, you know, Satan. No. When you sell your soul, that means that you're compromising your integrity to get riches, man. This is why you have these celebrities. Somebody give me a real quick that's why these celebrities are promoting a death lifestyle to their own people, man. All right, that's why you see these damn guys like Lil Wayne, Young Thug, you know, promoting that transformer shit, man. Men wearing women's clothes, man. All right, that drug lifestyle, man. All right, and you have guys. I actually know a dude back from my hometown. He was a nice ass rapper too, man. He had went to Atlanta to get signed by. And he said that showed him how the music industry was. He said, man, Ludacris wanted him to sell his soul to him. He was like, nah, I don't want to do that shit. So now he's a Christian rapper, which ain't no better, but still. That shows. But that was a first-hand case for us, because nobody, you know, from my hometown, man, ever got to that point where they got approached to be signed by somebody in the celebrity world, man.
Yeah, because
You said Ludacris, right? It's a lot. And that's your so-called gangster rap.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Like that's your so-called gangster rap, man.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
back in the early 2000s.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
the whole thing with the music industry, I guess let's get on celebrities right now. But
hey.
the whole thing with the music industry, they these rappers get approached with choices, man.
Yeah.
It's either you go the homo route, you go the super thug route,
Yep.
or you pretty much just sacrifice somebody,
Yep.
man. You know?
And I think 21 Savage was talking about that shit.
Yeah, he did the gangster route,
Yeah,
man.
he went that route. So at the end of the day, in order to prosper in this society, first of all, you gotta understand whose world this is, man.
Yeah.
This is Esau's world, man. And Esau is the counterpart, the physical counterpart of Satan. That's the spirit. That's what I was leading up to. That's the spirit. Matthew 4th chapter. That's the spirit, bro. Because that's a great example. That's how I know that's the spirit, right? Because guess what? Satan tried to tempt Yahweh shot, man. Right? He tried to test Yahweh shot. But guess what? Yahweh shot, of course, he kept his integrity. Yahweh shot gonna tell you exactly how you supposed to handle this certain situation.
Matthew chapter 6 and verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other.
You gotta make a choice.
That's true.
Hey, that's why a lot of celebrities, they'll tell you when they get on, like J. Cole, he said that, man, he liked life better when he was broke.
Yep.
Because, hey, they have that saying, Biggie made it famous, more money, more problems, man.
Yeah.
The more money you get, the more demons that get on you, man. You know, your life becomes miserable because now you become a slave to money. But if you want to go back to a regular lifestyle, man, like, you've already been approached by the devil, man. It's not going to feel the same, man. You know? It's like,
How did they gain the whole world? Esau give them a black card, you know, to where they can buy anything they want. You know, but Esau can cut that off at any time.
yeah, but really, they can't buy anything they want because if
They
they do
monitor.
things,
Yeah.
if they do things that they see they're trying to help the community, like 21 Savage was doing, that's why that whole situation happened with him, where he got exposed. He was from London,
Yep.
you know, the UK and shit, man. Now he had to get humiliated, man.
Yeah.
You know, because he broke the oath.
Yeah.
You don't want you helping your people, man.
Yep. Yeah, their money is monitored, man.
Yeah.
You know, Amalek got his hands all in it. So really, when we say guys like LeBron James or Floyd Mayweather, they got $1 billion, they really don't got it because they can't spend their money the way that they want to, man. It's monitored, man. Exactly. Nah.
Esau got tapped on.
That's why that whole thing with Lamar Jackson is going on, man. Because he don't got no Amalekite agent, man. That's what it is. He putting all that money.
That makes sense.
He putting all that money within him. He got his bonds being his agent, and that's more money that's going into them. Because really, whenever they come into it, they give them a certain agent, man. One of them fucking Amalekites, man, to put money in their little punk ass dudes. You know. That's my theory on it.
But it's true though. It's true. It's true. That's why they put that shit against the agent. And like you said, out of all agents, we got to be the right.
Yeah, man.
Out of all agents. It's like same thing with fucking lawyers.
Right.
If you a big time quote unquote drug dealer, and you know you like that, they gonna give you a big time lawyer. Because deep down inside, they gonna really look for you to infiltrate and destroy the rest of the black community.
Which makes sense. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
they had Johnny Cochran. Which he
yeah.
mysteriously died of a brain aneurysm. They killed that man.
Yeah, sure.
Because he was too bad.
Yeah.
He was too
Yeah,
bad
yeah,
for him, man.
Yeah, so you know they lost better than they did, man.
Continuing on. Matthew chapter 6 and 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve the Most High Yahweh and Mammon.
Yeah, you can't play both sides of the fence, man. You gotta pick a side, man. It's either you gonna stand with the Most High and His Son, or you gonna stand with Satan, man. You gotta pick a master. This is why, if you're noticing, the society is all being pushed to where you gotta choose a side. The Most High is drawing a line in the sand, and you're gonna have to pick what side you're gonna be on, man. But the ultimate form that's showing is when the Most High had Esau issue out that mark of the beast, man.
Right.
That's what's gonna show who you serve. The Most High is Satan, man.
Yep.
You know?
And that's the time we fast and approaching them too, man.
And that's going to show you that these damn celebrities, they serve Satan, because who was the main one they was using to pretty much, push their agenda. And that documentary on Rumble that You Are Amalek showed that perfect, man. Part 2 showed you how they was using them damn the celebrities, the TikTok influencers,
Yes.
all people with influence in society. Esau was using to push their agenda, man.
Yep.
Because all these damn social media outlets are all platforms to push their agenda, man.
That's it.
And all these people that are on those platforms that they have in esteem, Because we live in a society now where, hey, TikTokers have heavy influence over the average everyday person, man. That shows you where this shit is at, man.
Yep.
Those are all agents that Esau is using to further his agenda, man.
It's a major experiment. It's a major psyop, man. Right? It's a major psyop that's going on, right? Psychological warfare. That's what's going on, man. That's why they talk about also moving with these climate lockdowns, so on and so forth, man. Here it is. The weather's gonna be perfect outside when they kill these lockdowns, but you ain't gonna be able to go outside.
You see, it goes back to a term called subversion. Bible Shaw, somebody look it up real quick. Because how they did with this, what we're gonna get into with this term, Esau pretty much systematically dumbed down society through generations, man. You know, and it's a documentary you can look on YouTube that went into that, man. It's a former FBI agent, or CIA, one of them after that. He broke down on how they pretty much through generations dumbed the people down to where we're at a state in society to where the truth is being shown to you throughout, with first and foremost through the Israelites, but then you even got the Edomite whistleblowers and these truthers who are showing you everything that's being done, and people still don't believe it, man. You know?
Yeah.
You got it.
I got it from the Merriam-Webster dictionary. Going into the word subversion, it says the act of overthrowing, the state of being overthrown, especially an attempt to overthrow or undermine a government or political system by persons working secretly within the country involved subversive.
Now, get Psalm 64, I think verse 4. These devils have done a diligent search on how to pretty much, dupe the people, man. Because you mentioned that he was using psychological warfare. When you go into that word psychological, it goes into pretty much your mind. Because Esau's a psychopath. He studied the mind down to the smallest detail to where he knows how to do subconscious program. That's why that movie Inception is heavy, because that shows you exactly what they do. They implant ideas to your subconscious to where eventually you're being trained to do what they want you to do, man.
Yep.
You know?
And they especially do it with music too, man. Heavily.
Yeah, music is a major part of that, man.
Yep. This is Psalms chapter 64, verse 4. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not.
Right. Because everything that we see in life, man, it's warfare on the tribes, man. You know, a good precept for that one is in I think Psalm 62 about how they should cast down us from our excellency, man.
Oh yeah.
We still hold that Psalm 64. Somebody else want to get that?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 62, verse 4. It says, they only consult to cast him down from his excellency. They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. Selah.
Right, because their whole MO, when it comes to everything in America, man, is to destroy the tribes, man.
Yep.
You know? Starting with the head tribe Judah, man.
That's
because
that's why they got the so-called Negro looking so crazy out here.
Right. Hey, you had a thing back in the late early 90s, 70s, 80s, was it black exploitation show or movies? I forgot, like Super.
Yeah, that's like the 70s. Yeah.
You know, all that.
Black exploitation era.
Black exploitation, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You know?
They had Superfly. You had what's the guy? I forgot his name, man. But,
Shaft.
Something. I forgot his name, but yeah, that was that whole era.
You know, that whole media was just showing you. Yeah. They had niggas was nothing but damn drug dealers, pimps, this bunch of just degenerates, man. You know, super thugs at the end of the day, man. You know, that was the picture that the whole world viewed, Jay. That's why when you have these other nations come over here, especially Ham, they tell them not to deal with so-called Negroes, man, because they said they're thugs, man.
Pootie Tang at the water, bro.
Yeah,
that shit was wrecking my mind, bro. Fucking Pootie Tang, man. Yeah, that shit was terrible.
Yeah, that was a terrible movie.
Yeah, the water, bro.
But like I said, that was all through subversion, man.
There you go.
And so I got this quote from the guy. His name was Yuri Bezmenov. He said he was a former KGB agent. So it says why people can't see the truth. Now, this is what he said. So I'm giving his background real quick. Yuri Bezmenov. he was born in 1939 to 1993. He was a KGB informant and disinformation expert.
That verse that was glasses.
That defected to Canada. He is best remembered for his anti-communist lectures and books in 1980. Here's the point. It says a person who is demoralized is unable to access true information, and that's through subversion. It says the facts tell him nothing. Even if I shower him with information, even with authentic proof, with documents and pictures, he refused to believe it because he broke down the whole aspect of what diversion means. Because matter of fact,
I was just watching that shit.
no, to speak on that, I actually got notes on
But no, that's the point. Now, I was actually just watching that documentary. I gotta go back and watch it.
It's heavy.
But that's the point, because once your mind is going, once Esau got your mind, that's a wrap, man. Right? And how does Esau get your mind? Through all of these, this entertainment, like we was going to earlier, with the commercials and all of that, social media, all of that madness that they push upon your that they push upon you. It fucks with your mind, man. The music, you constantly getting bombarded with bullshit and nonsense, man, and it's dumbing you down, man.
Right.
And once they got your mind like that, you know, man.
Right. So go into that. So no definition for subversion for the underline. It says the physical destruction. It says physical destruction, demolition, ruination, overthrow of a system or law. It says subversion. It means downfall, overthrow. So it's 4 stages when it comes to subversion. It says the demoralization, which takes about 15 to 20 years to educate one generation. Info is pumped in 3 generations. So it takes, like I said, it's a generational thing that happens. It says the first stage is demoralization. Second stage is destabilization. Third stage is crisis. And fourth stage is normalization. And so we're at stage 4 now, where degeneracy is normalized now. This is why you have the whole hype of idiots being put in fame. There's no reason in hell guys like 50 Tyson, Ice JJ Fish, these idiots that you see on social media is being pumped. No talent ass niggas is being pumped in society. That shows you that we live in a demoralized society, man, where this morality is at an all-time low, man.
Right.
But that was the plan of Esau from the beginning, man.
Yep. And now, what is Esau doing with your children? They're trying to push their whole LGBT agenda upon them, man. Right? Because that, like Priest was going into it, it's all about the generation. So now they're trying to breed up another new generation of weirdos. You already got a generation of weirdos now. They're trying to continue it on, man.
But it started, back then with our forefathers' parents, because our parents, their grandparents, all that stuff. It started with the head of the house, and from there it died down. Look at that.
Isaiah chapter 1, 20 to verse 5, I start 4. It says, our sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, and some nation of so-called it says, a seed of evildoers, children that are corruptible. They have forsaken the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Right. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backwards. Verse 5, the point.
They've gone away backwards because they have taken on the Edomite way of thinking instead of going back to our original way of thinking, which is Christian. That's right.
Verse 5. You will revolt more and more.
And that's why we're at a point now where the Most High is about to just do away with 2/3, man. Because there's no fixing them. Yeah. Because as I mentioned, this demoralization process that Esau has done has totally finished our people, man. Yeah. There's no saving the 2/3, man.
Yeah, because black culture, man. That's deaf culture, man. Yeah. That's what they push upon our people, man. Right? Y'all got it.
The whole head is sick. The whole heart faint.
Right. So it said, because I was saying, Priest, I was saying, that once your mind is gone, hey, you're pretty much through. That's why you see these people that end up in a vegetable state. Yeah. They're done after that, man. Done. There's no bringing them back, man. That's why if we live in a righteous society, if somebody was like that, you're supposed to just pull the plug on them, man.
Really, that's torture.
That's torture to have somebody who, because his spirit is still there. His spirit is still active, but he just can't apply his mind to move the rest of his body. So really, that's torture, man. Yeah. That's why I said death is better than a continuous sickness, man. Yeah. When you look at our people as a whole, man, all right? Like I said, the head being Judah, all right? Judah is sick. So the body is sick from the rest of the tribes on down. And everybody follows after what the so-called black men, black women do, man. So that's why they push them in all the commercials and all the shows. Everywhere you see a so-called black man, he's looked at as a fucking dumbass, man.
That's right.
You know, you look at the shows now, man. The shows show the man as a dumbass, man.
Yep.
Shows like Family Guy,
Yep.
American Dad,
Yep.
the movie like what was that movie? Us. You had that big dumbass nigga that played in Black Panther. He's being led by the woman, man.
Yep.
You know, the woman's the brains of the family, but that's off, man.
Yep.
You know, because I don't want the man to be back in that right state of mind, man.
Especially the Israelites.
So as I said, the whole head is sick, and then the body is going to follow after that, man.
Yep.
So they had to destroy us as a whole to make sure that we had no chance of rising back up. That's why when you watch movies like Judas the Black Messiah, they what was his name? President Hoover. J. Edgar Hoover.
Yeah, Edgar
He
Hoover.
said that we won't have another Black Messiah unless we make one, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Because their biggest threat is for Jake to wake up. Man.
Yeah.
So that's why they constantly trying, and they got the nations involved. Psalms, the 83rd chapter.
Right.
Right. They're doing all of this to try to keep Jake cut off from the power source.
Yeah, they have meetings with this. That's why we're gonna go back to that Psalm 64 in a minute. You have more on that? Yeah, I'll get it, man.
I read verse 6. It says, from the sole of the foot even to the head, there is no soundness in it.
Yeah, because our people have been completely destroyed mentally, physically, spiritually. This is why you see it's been a systematic effort to destroy it. This is why, look, all heavily populated neighborhoods, they pump fluoride all throughout the tap water, man.
Right.
You know, because tap water calcifies your pineal gland, which it helps you, your pineal gland helps you be more spiritual.
Yep.
So if your pineal gland is calcified, you become stupefied, man.
That's right.
You know, then you drinking fucking Kool-Aid, you eating pork. All these things are helping destroy you. All right, the American diet, they call it SAD, the standard American diet. Another way of how you destroy a society, man. Because you got a video that came out recently who said that these grocery stores pretty much are starting to use cheaper and more toxic ingredients to save money.
Yep.
I did a video earlier this week going into how we're being poisoned for their profit. Because Esau's society flourishes like it off of pretty much keeping the people sick, running back and forth to the damn medical industry, man.
Big Pharma, man.
Big Pharma is a major player, which was funded by who? The Rockefellers, man.
With the Rockefellers,
You know,
right.
cancer was a $1 billion industry started by Jay Rockefeller to pretty much use that as a means to make money, because what he figured out he could make billions of dollars off of putting petroleum in his drugs, man.
There you
Because they couldn't make money off of homeopathic or holistic healing, which comes to the earth.
Because it was cured.
Yeah.
Took it out of the field.
Yeah.
So that's how they make money. There's natural things in the earth, that can heal.
Yeah.
And they took that out of the school system, and now we got to use the medicine they gave us.
And then in the schools, the medical schools where these doctors were pretty much getting taught on how to heal, all right, they pretty much moved all the ones that was that refused to pretty much take part in what Rockefeller was wanting, and they moved them out the way, and they pretty much had all the people that's doing it for profit now, and they're not talking about homeopathic methods. We are now dealing with allopathic, which is what the pharmaceutical, which goes back to pharmakia, which is witchcraft, man. It shows you that these damn devils, man, they're witches, man.
That's why they got that staff of Philippians with the ambulances and all that, man.
Which really goes back to in Numbers 21 with that bronze stake with Moses. Man.
Right.
You know? Yeah. All this shit is witchcraft, man.
Yeah, it's witchcraft. It's sorcery, man.
Also, the banks, they been set up like that too. Jekyll's Island. The bar always say that, man.
Yeah,
All right.
Federal Reserve System, which technically is illegal. All right?
Yeah, but that goes into, like preachers going into, man. They can't make money. That's why they come out with these pharmaceutical drugs. They can't make money if you get cured of your sickness, man. That's why they give you foods to make you sick, and then they give you these certain drugs that they make where it doesn't cure what you have, but it pretty much patches it.
It pretty much it treats it. But they don't. It's no money in healing. It's no money in treatment because it's a creed in the medical industry that says that a patient cured is a customer loss. So this devil constantly poisons you. We're being poisoned right now by the air.
Yeah.
These ain't real clouds that's in the air. This is all chemtrails that's just being spread all throughout the goddamn sky, man. You know? And you notice these damn planes, no matter no time of the day, they are always spraying. They never take days
Even
off,
at
man.
night.
Even at night, man.
You can wake up in the morning and you see like all type of chemtrails in the sky, man.
But this is all in an effort to pretty much keep us down, keep us destroy the Israelites, man.
Yep.
You so-called blacks like people in Native Americans. Go get that song,
trying
man.
to say that, you know, it's water vapors from the planes and the jets. Man, I keep playing tic-tac-toe in the sky.
Bro,
man.
not to keep going on a rant with this, but even going off of what the shit that's coming out of the damn planes, man, is barium oxide and aluminum. When you go into the chemical properties from the periodic table, it spells out Baal, man.
See?
Which shows you it's damn demonic, man.
And then they got like the nanobots in it as well, man. They got those soft metals.
This shit deep,
That's
man.
fucking with your mind.
This shit is deep, man.
Those soft metals, they get into your mind, that will cause Alzheimer's and all of that shit, man. So it's deep. But going back to Psalms, the 64th chapter, I'm gonna start back at the 4th verse. This is Psalms chapter 64, verse 4. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They consume of laying snares privily. Salaki. They commune of laying snares privily. Yep.
Yeah, so they have councils where they come together and devise on wicked devices they can pretty much push upon the public.
Yep.
Which is why we was talking about the celebrities earlier. That guy Crazy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony said that it was a secret council done back in the 90s amongst all these record execs that they said they had formed a pact with the private prison industry
Yep.
to pretty much funnel in this new music, which is this bang bang shoot 'em up gangster music shit,
drill
man.
music.
Which brought in NWA and all this gangster music that came from them on down to where we live in a society now to where you got things like drill music, which is nothing more than just pushing death upon our culture, man.
Gang,
you know?
gang, man. That's all it is.
Hey, gang banging and drug use, man. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all of that too.
Basically, you get into the prison system. Because most likely, once you go into that prison system, most likely you gonna inherit that shit.
Yeah.
Especially if you be in there for long periods of time.
Solid.
Because it's certain things that put in the food to
Yeah,
make men
yeah.
have
Yup,
estrogen,
yup,
you know?
yup.
And then on top of that, you know, you put in, because original jail, you're not supposed to have just all men together like that. That breeds homosexuality,
Yeah,
man.
yup.
You know, because a man that's full of hormones, they don't have a woman at some point. He gonna want to get that release out, man.
Yeah.
That's why you got these faggots that's in the jail that's now purposely turn men out.
Yep,
You know,
yep.
like in that movie Lockdown, man.
Oh yeah.
And it's spiritual. I just saw it now. It was like, now this a juvenile detention center. I'm dealing with the movie Dog now. It was a good movie until the fucking part where the young boy raped the other young boy, man. He straight up raped him after he beat his ass.
But they want that to happen though, because they want that shit to be brave. Because ultimately, homosexuality is a population control method that will stop the Israelites from continuing to populate. Man.
Yep. And plus, also, that's keeping us cut off from the power source. That's
Exactly.
going against the ways of our power. Yahweh Shem Shai, man.
And then another deeper part of that as well, man, is when you participate in those homosexual acts, that's you paying homage to idols.
Yep.
By all pure.
Yep.
A part of his worship is you committing sexual perversion, such as anal sex. You know, that's one of the ways you worship Baal Peor, man. He's known as the God of the open, man.
That's good for us here. With burning lust.
Romans 1 and like 27.
We got that real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's another way that they cast us down from my ecstasy, man.
Yep. This is Romans chapter 1. I'm going to start at, verse 27. I'm going to get right to the point. So this is the book of Romans chapter 1, verse 27. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman. So when it says that leaving the natural use of a woman, when a man and a woman get together, what are they going to do, man? Right? They create life, man.
Because that was the first commandment that the Most Yahweh Shema Shai he gave us to man. All right, he told man to be fruitful. He told creation, period, to be fruitful and multiply, man.
Right.
All right, so for you to sit there and say some stupid shit talking about the world is overpopulated, that's not true.
It's nonsense.
The state of Texas alone can hold the whole population of America.
Right.
So that shows you that hey, this devil with this whole overpopulation line, that's some bullshit, man.
Yep.
To bring in his new world order. Like, don't listen to Bill. If you believe Bill Gates, you are an idiot.
That's right.
All
And
right.
that's why the whole like they got an apartment complex. That's all madness, man.
Yeah,
you shouldn't have to be living on top of somebody or right beside somebody.
That's against us our law anyway, man. All right, because there's no reason why all the space that we have on the land, man. You drive on the highway, you see this is nothing but open space, man.
Yep.
There should be no reason why you should have an apartment where you can hear another man deal with his woman, man.
Right.
That's wicked, man.
That's madness.
You know?
That's madness, man.
Go ahead. You should be able to have your own plot of land where you can have as many children as you want, have as many cattle as you want. But you can be able to actually live a good lifestyle, man.
Grow your own crop.
You can't do that shit in America, man. Go ahead.
Romans chapter 1, verse 27, and likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burn in their lust one toward another. Men with men, working that which is unseemly.
Yeah, that's unseemly because that brings forth death and diseases.
And it's disgusting.
Hey, one of the main reasons why STDs are so popular right now, because you got a lot of these men that are so-called down low, that secretly deal with other men that are married. They'll go back and deal with their woman, and that's how they pass on these STDs. And you got these sick-ass women that are hopping from one dick to another, passing that shit on, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
So women being promiscuous and men being faggots, that is promoting diseases, man.
Absolutely.
You know, because a woman is supposed to be with one man her whole life.
That's
All the
right.
time according to scriptures, she's allowed to deal with another man if her husband dies, man. But if you are a virgin, you deal with a man, all right, that man is your husband until he dies, man.
That's right.
Death do us part. The real death do us part.
Exactly.
And that's according to the scripture. See, we stick to the scripture. We're not PC or politically correct. We're not with the society.
Because it doesn't make sense.
Right.
This makes sense because the scriptures are the guideline of life, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Continuing on, the latter part of Romans 1 and 27, it says, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was meet.
Right. AIDS,
There you go.
HIV, monkeypox.
Yep.
You know, all these different types of diseases that came up out of that, well, it comes from that type of lifestyle. Plus, you see, when it comes to these damn these transformers, this whole men want to be women, men want to be women, women want to be men. They are the most depressed people out of all the world.
Yes.
You know, when you go into it, these people that did the transition surgery, all right, watch what is a woman, all right? They'll show you they are depressed because the reason why Biden is pushing forth this whole surgery for these little kids to do this because they, first of all, like I said, it's honor worship, number one, and then two, to bring forth confusion, all right? This is why America is known as Babylon in the Bible, man.
Yep.
It brings forth confusion because now you gotta do all this down. You gotta do extensive research to make sure the woman you're talking to is actually a woman.
Yeah.
Because you have, I've seen videos where you have what you thought was a woman sit there and make videos talking about, I've been with my man for some amount of years, and we're having a problem conceiving children because he doesn't know that I was born a man.
Bullshit.
That's wicked, man.
That's bullshit.
That's straight up wicked, man.
That's why the Lord gonna destroy this fucking place, man.
I got a precept on that. This is what you said.
Go.
This is the book of Isaiah, Slakia.
No, you good.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, and I'm gonna start at verse 19. It says, "In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency." This is talking about America. It says, "Shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah." Right? The Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah because of that wicked act that they were performing.
Hey, that was an example of what not to do, man. That was an example of what not to do. Here in America, Babylon the Great, they put that at the forefront.
But Sodom and Gomorrah was one of the. If that didn't let you know enough that was an example of what not to be, you had Pompeii.
Right.
People that don't know the research and history of Pompeii,
Yep.
Pompeii was referred to as Sodom and Gomorrah 2.0,
Yep.
which was the actual first sin city before Las Vegas was thought of, man. So when you go into what they was doing in Pompeii, they was practicing homosexuality, bestiality. They was doing the transgender thing, all right? And what happened? The Most High had that dormant volcano erupt and burnt all them wicked ass people up, man. to the point where you can go look it up. You got people that's in that very spot.
position, yeah.
Very spot. You had a woman messing with a dog.
Yep.
You had a dude fucking beaten off. He died. He died just like that, man.
Yep.
You go. It's a museum. You gotta see the people still there, covered up, in that rock,
Yep.
doing that nasty ass shit.
That's
man.
that example, man.
know?
The Lord gave us countless examples of what not to do.
So what makes America, which is spiritual, sound like it's in Revelation 11?
Yep. I got to
Any different, man?
I got to
2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 6. And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly.
Right. Sodom and Gomorrah was an example of a society that goes against the Most High's laws of creation. Man.
That's right.
All right. So America, which is following after the same steps as Sodom and Gomorrah, you think it's gonna be any different?
Right.
All right. Hey, you even have these devils. Whenever Obama made all 50 states, allowing homosexuals to get married, they made a news article saying that God should apologize for Sodom and Gomorrah, man.
That's right.
That's pride.
That's right.
So that's why the Most High, hey, contrary to what you Americans believe, the Most High did not bless America. He actually cursed this place, man.
Yep.
This is why you see everything going to shit here, man.
Right.
All right? Because if God truly was with this place, man, hey, America will be prospering.
Yup.
All right? Because look, when you want to be real about it, like I said, we ain't pulling no punches, man. All right? Hey, when the so-called white man came over here to America and stole the land from the so-called Native Americans, America went down under after that,
Downhill,
man.
man.
It's degraded to the point to when you refer to America in the Bible, this place was known as the land of milk and honey, man.
That's right.
King Solomon, when you go into the book of Kings, man, he'll send a voyage over here and pretty much, collect gold and other riches and bring it back. That's why you see the big ass Olmec heads. All right, Jake will see that and think that was us. No, those Olmecs was actually Hamites, man. All right, that worked for King Solomon. That would come over here on the ships, and I think it was Hymenaeus. What was the name that was working for King Solomon?
Hymenaeus.
Yeah. All right, he was working for him. They would come get the riches and bring it back to King Solomon, man. So America used to be a beautiful
paradise,
place, man.
man.
And you even got when
called
Dad
it
was over here,
They
man.
called it the land of Ophir.
Yeah.
And Ophir is a form of gold. Like that's like
It's a
the
very
finest, precious,
rare gold.
Yeah,
You try to find a piece of Ophir now, it's worth almost about $10 million, man.
Yeah, that's the highest.
You know what I mean? That's why not to go far off from the topic. That's why when it talks about us getting our value back in the time of Jacob's trouble, it says a man shall be more precious than the precious ones of Ophir. Right?
Isaiah 13 and 12.
Exactly. Continue on.
I got a quick. Pretty much, we're going over the examples of why the Lord is about to destroy this place, man. This is Amos chapter 8, verse 11. Right? Now, originally this was speaking about the Israelites, but we can use it for today's time. Man. Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that I will send a famine in the land. Oh, Salaki. That's Amos 9.
Yeah, I know that.
Salaki, wrong scripture. Amos 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom.
Now this is twofold, like the brother said, man, because number one, the sinful kingdom is talking about you Israelites, you so-called Negro and Native Americans. Right. But you can apply that also to America, right? Because America is known as the sinful kingdom as well, man. Because the eyes of the Lord is talking about is actually talking about the angels. This is why you're seeing so-called UFOs all over the skies, man, all over the news, man, that Esau been knew about, but just now starting to talk about, man. All right?
And that happened during the time of Nimrod.
Exactly.
He said, let us come down, and pretty much they was talking about and confounded, was talking about the angels.
Yeah.
So the same thing is happening now. The reason why, like Priest was going into, the reason why you're seeing all these chariots sites is because they're recording everything that's going on with this place and taking it back to the Heavenly Father, man.
So nothing that's being done in this land is going on here, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Continuing on, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
Yeah, the Lord's going to destroy America. For all you unbelievers that don't believe that, America's destruction is prophesied in the Bible, all throughout the Bible.
That's
man.
right.
Isaiah, Jeremiah, Nahum,
That's right.
Ezekiel.
Yep.
Hey, even in the New Testament, they prophesy about the destruction of America,
And the
man.
book of Revelation.
All right, but this Bible is written in code, so only those that have the eyes to see and can hear can truly go and decipher that, man. This is why we're out here to let you know what's written in the Bible, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Amos 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
Right.
Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord Yahweh.
Right, so it's going to be a lot of death in Isaiah 66. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of death the Lord's about to bring upon the earth, man. When he said out of all that, he said he's not going to fully destroy the Israelites. He has a remnant that's going to be delivered. And that remnant is the men that you see out here sighing and crying for all the abominations being done in the midst thereof, man.
That's right.
All right, that's speaking up against all the wickedness here, man. Because you have a wickedness being praised. Then you had them fucking niggas, Gabriel Union and Dwayne Wade being praised for turning their son into a damn transgender, man.
And that's bullshit.
For 3 years they've been pushing that shit. But you go back years ago when Trayvon Martin got murdered. All right, you had Dwayne Wade on a magazine cover talking about we need to save our sons, man.
Right.
But then where'd that whole sentiment go, man? You know, you had Bruce Jenner. I'm not calling that nigga Kayla. This nigga's Bruce, man.
Right.
You have Bruce Jenner being given a Woman of the Year award for cutting his. Well, he still got his rod, but he's a woman. You know.
He won that over a real one.
You have this year, the Woman of the Year award this year was given to a man that identifies as a woman, man.
Wow.
Hey, real quick, I got you right here, bro. I was holding this early. This is Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 1. He that is wounded in the stones or have his privy member cut off shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord Yahweh.
Right, so and that's going into having your rod cut off. So all you Jakes, all you so-called black men, Latino men, or Native American men that's cutting your rod off because you want to be a woman, that's going to be a curse to you. That's going to seal your chance of getting into the kingdom of heaven. That's why when you go into slavery, like you watching Django, all right, that's why they used to cut our rods off, man.
Right.
Because they would think that would make us not get into the kingdom of heaven, man.
Exactly.
You know, and use our rods as an aphrodisiac to plant that woman with, man.
Sick.
You know?
Sick, bro.
And Esau has a thing called penis envy, man.
Yep.
That's why you know.
So you got them cuts.
That's why you know Esau has a fantasy of watching his wife get banged out by a black man.
Right.
You know?
They call it cuts.
Couple. Yeah, couple.
This is Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord Yahweh will come with fire.
Go up a little bit. It says the many shall die by the sword, something like that. It's like that verse up.
You talking about verse 16?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, go down.
Y'all starting at 15. I'm gonna go down to 16. Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
That's right.
And those chariots when you're speaking about is those UFOs.
That's right.
So yeah, you're gonna see an event like Independence Day, an event like War of the Worlds. They got that whole script from the movies from the Bible, man.
That's right.
All right, Michael Bay, he'll tell you that, man. You know, when he made the first Independence Day, he said that, man. You know? And then,
Continuing on, Isaiah
because they
66.
say he's coming back with fire.
Yep.
And he says he's going to render his anger, all right? Because the Lord is angry,
Yep.
all right? That righteous anger the Lord's going to show is proof the Lord ain't blessed America, man.
Right.
Yeah, that fire is talking about those thermonuclear fire, man. During this time, during the World War III, when World War III kicks off and the Lord has these other nations send those missiles over here to America. That's how America is going out, man. If you didn't know, man, by thermonuclear fire, man. 200 million nuclear warheads is going to rain down upon this place, man.
Right.
So that's why we brought up those examples of Sodom and Gomorrah, of Pompeii, man. And this is going to be that final judgment, man.
Yeah, because
Right.
And then they let down that
Yeah, so that's going to happen too. That's going to burn all this stuff.
that's in the Bible.
Yeah.
That's 2 Ezra 13.
13.
That exact scene is written from that chapter in the Apocrypha.
Absolutely.
You know?
Isaiah 66 and 16. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh. Now you go into that word plead, it goes into the word judge, man. Right? So the Lord is bringing judgment to this place, man. It says, will the Lord plead with all flesh, man. And the slain of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, shall be many. So a lot of people is about to get put to death, man. Whether y'all believe it or not, man. And Romans 3:3 goes into that, man. For what if some did not believe, man? Do that mean that the Lord is not going to bring through these prophecies, man? Does that mean he's not going to bring it to pass, man?
That should give you an idea that the Lord is about to bring mass death. Because what have you been seeing in the past 3 years? Mass death. Dealing with what? The damn the C-19, man. You know,
Because we just had that shit with that earthquake in Turkey. They said like damn near 50,000 was wiped out.
Yeah, but I bring up the C-19 thing because that has been one of the major ways that the Lord has been killing people, man.
Yep.
Because whether you realize it or not, the Lord kills. Somebody get that real quick. All right, because we can't allow you Christians to run with misinformation when it comes to the Bible, man. Right. That's not Satan doing that. That's actually the Most High through Satan that's killing people, man. Okay?
I got a good going into basically World War III, because at the end of the day, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which we're about to get into in Isaiah 45:7, hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is causing World War III to blow up. All right, that's why all you hear in the news is World War III. Thailand, Taiwan, and China are conflicting with each other. That's all I've been looking at in the news lately, man. So I'm gonna get this quick research. Isaiah 13 and verse 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people, tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua of hosts, mustering the hosts of the battle.
Right, so it's actually the Lord that's pumping this whole World War III talk, man. He's the one he put the spirit on Vladimir Putin to go and invade Ukraine, man. All right, he's the one stoking the fire with what's that nigga name? Ping, whatever his name is.
Somebody Xi Jinping or
Yeah,
something like that.
ping pong, whatever his name is, man. That dude pretty much talk the shit with Taiwan, man. And dare America to do something, man. You know?
This is Deuteronomy.
This is the thing, like we said, man. The Lord wants World War III to happen, man. World War III is prophesied all throughout the Bible, man. You know, that's the final judgment for man.
You know what the second chapter speaks about? The Lord is gathering Jehoshaphat. When you go into that word Jehoshaphat, in the Hebrew, it goes into Yahweh Shaphat, meaning the Lord's judgment over there in the Middle East. Right now, the Lord is gathering these nations, these militaries of these different nations into the Middle East, man. So prophecy is playing out right before our very eyes, man.
That's right.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive.
Right, this is the Most High Yahweh saying this, man. That's his true name. His name is not God, man. It's Yahweh, man.
Right, meaning he exists.
Right.
The existing one.
This is his domain, which he does what he pleases here, man.
That's right.
All right, the Lord says he's the one that kills. He's the one that makes us alive, man. Nothing is done without his okay, man. Okay?
Yeah, you got these people that try to put the Most High into a box according to their own personal feelings, man. You can't put the Most High in a box, man. Right? If he has the title of God, what? Hey, God is all powerful, man.
Right, that's
How
why
you gonna tell a God what he's gonna do and what he can't do?
That's why he's known as the Most High, man.
That's
All
right.
Because they try to dwindle the Most High down to just one notion. God is all love.
Yeah, no, he's not.
But that would make him a God if he was down to one notion. You know?
That would make him a fucking saint. It says, I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
So the Lord, the one that ordained that earthquake, all right, that killed all them damn people in Turkey. The Lord, the one that ordained these damn devils to develop that damn jab that's making all these people just drop dead out of nowhere, man. You know? Stillbirths. You know, drive-by shootings that hit so-called innocent bystanders.
Yep.
You know?
Whosoever perished being innocent.
And it's the Lord doing all this, man.
This is 1 Samuel 2:6. The Lord Yahweh shall kill and make alive. He bring down to the grave and bring up. And once again, backing up our scripture with Taiwan stuff, man. Hey, the Lord, you know, hey, he controls all things, all right? Hey, the Lord did say a judgment must begin at the house of Israel.
That's right.
All right, but hey, that go to you other heathen nations as well, man.
Yeah.
All right.
And the scriptures tell you that the Most High is dreadful among the heathen, man. It's like he's terrible. His name is, that one too, his name is dreadful among the heathen. The scriptures say he's terrible unto the heathen. This is why you'll see videos just randomly, damn, heathen just being bombed all weird. Born with a damn arm in his face. You know, he's all hairy and shit, man. That's the Lord doing that. That's judgment for them being wicked, man. You know? So the Most High is terrible, man. This is why all you people are playing with the Most High, man, hey, y'all gonna fall out the hard way, man.
For in the ancient times, the heathen had a name for the Heavenly Father, man. They called him Alashagi, man, which means terrible demon-like power, man. Because back then they understood the power of the Lord and what he can do, man. But see, now the Lord is about to reestablish his terror upon this place, man.
That's that. But this Slim Shady song, what's Slim Shady? Clay, forgot about Clay.
Yeah.
Most high, he showed it. They forgot about the Lord. That's why he's gonna have to get up out of here, man.
Get up out of there, boy.
Yeah, he can't say the name no more, man.
I got a quick one. Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things, man. So the Lord is in complete control. He controls everything. The Lord ordains everything, man. Nothing gets past the Heavenly Father, man. Nothing gets past Yahweh Shem, man. Whether you people understand that or not, man. So ain't no such thing as free will and none of that shit. You know? Yeah, the Lord controls all things. It says, I form the light and create darkness, man. And that goes into that perfect balance too, man. Because in false balance, roughly paraphrasing, is an abomination unto Yahweh Shai, man. So it says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things. Bring it out. That's the spirit.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?
Yeah, and that trumpet is being blown out through the prophets, man. All right, and our job is to make you afraid, man. All right, and through the fear of the Lord, we persuade men. All right,
because we're known as watchmen.
That's right.
Now, what is the job of a watchman? That they're supposed to, in the ancient times, they stood upon those towers and they kept watch to see if any type of danger was coming. And if they seen danger, their job was to give warning, man. So that's what the prophets are doing, man. We're giving warning. We're telling you, oh, we see danger, we see wrath that's coming, and we're trying to warn the people. But the only ones that's going to listen is the elect. And everybody else, they're going to get caught up in it. Any time of the day, any time of the night, man. So that warning is going out, man. So you people ain't gonna have an excuse when the Lord comes down with his wrath and comes down with his judgment. Y'all ain't gonna have no excuse, man. Y'all ain't gonna be able to say, oh, well, I didn't hear, I didn't know. We gave examples earlier how as soon as that whole C-99 lockdown shit took place, everybody knew exactly where to find us, man. Right? When that whole nuclear missile scare took place, everybody knew where to find that brother, man. Hey, what the fuck up, man? Because that's the mindset of you people, man. Y'all, everything is cool until some danger comes. Then that's why all of a sudden when y'all want to get right.
Our people are the ultimate bandwagons, man.
That's right.
This book of Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord Yahweh Shai have not done it?
That's the point, man.
And you brought out a point, going into a stray bullet, hit a little child. That's the Lord. You just read it. The Lord has done it.
The Lord ordains everything that happens on this earth, man.
Right.
It tells you in Daniel 4 and 17, said that the Lord, hey, this is his kingdom, man. He said he rules for the kingdom of men. He set up over whosoever he will, man. So he's the one that gave Esau the credence to do what he's doing, man. Right? He's not doing this of his own accord, man. That's why we say, hey, this new world order he's trying to bring is really the Lord's new world order, man. Right. This chip that he's bringing is actually the Lord's chip, man. These missiles that he's going to shoot off, the Edomites over in Russia, he's going to shoot off over here in America, America's going to shoot off in Russia. Those are the Lord's missiles, man. Right. Everything in this world is ordained and belongs to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Right. You know?
That's why he's known as Yahweh, man. He exists. He's over everything. That's why he has the title, like the priest was saying, as the Most High, man. There's no power above him. So everything that's going on is all through the doings and ordination of Yahweh, the Heavenly Father.
First Corinthians 14 and verse 8. For if the trumpet give a uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to battle? Going into us giving that real warning. Going back to Ezekiel the 3rd chapter, verse 17, and also the book of Ezekiel the 33rd chapter. All right, both chapters you can read the whole thing. All right, to get the proper understanding. All right, at the same time, you give that certain sound of approval. And the approval is that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is about to destroy Babylon the Great, America, man. We're not sugarcoating nothing. We're not hiding nothing. All right?
Scriptures tell you, woe unto them that keep their sword back from blood, that do the word of the Lord deceitfully, man. It's our job. It's our job to come out here and warn you of the great peril and destruction the Lord is about to bring upon the world, man. All right? Because if we weren't doing that, it tells you in Ezekiel 33, that the people's blood will be on our hands for not warning you, man. All right? So we want right, our hands is clean. Hey, we do these lessons, we come out here on the highways, and we let it be known everything that we know according to what the Lord is about to do, man. So whatever you do with that knowledge is on you. All right?
Real quick, this is Isaiah 45 and 5. It says, I am the Lord. There is no else. There is no power besides me.
Yeah, this is Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. He's letting you know that all these other gods they don't exist, man. It's just him. Allah's not real, Buddha's not real, the Hindu god Shiva, all 600 some Egyptian gods, none of these gods are real. It's just the Most High and His Son.
Continue on the song. Dirty me, though thou hast not known me. Isaiah 45 and 6, it said, that they may have known the rising of the sun, and from the west, that there is none beside me.
Right, so the Lord is letting it be known. That's both talk right there, man. He's letting it be known that I'm the only one. I'm the only God out here, man. Everything that you see is because of me. All right?
Continue on, it says, I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna read that over. Isaiah 45 and 6. I'm gonna slow it down. It says that they may know from the rising of the sun from the west that there is none beside me.
Right. So when you see the sun rising, that's letting you know that that's Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. That's right. All right. And really, that's going into Yahweh Shai, man. Yep. All right. Yahweh Shai is also that sun too, man. Yep. You know.
It says, I'm the Lord. There is none else. Verse 7.
And the Lord's going to make that known, painfully obvious to all you people over here when Yahweh Shai returns, man. Okay, go ahead.
Isaiah 45 and 7 says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things.
Yeah, the Lord is the one that do all this, man. He's the one that caused the lockdown 3 years ago that put the whole world at a standstill, man. Yeah. He's the one that caused all this mass death. You see these people just dropping dead at an all-time high rate, man. All right? He's the one that's about to have this devil come down with great wrath to kill all you wicked-ass Israelites, man. This is all the Lord doing this, man. All right? Like I said, our job out here is to tell you this so that you can repent, that you have a chance to be spared from that sword, man. Right?
Hey, you made a good point out just now that the Lord is the one that's going to have all this wrath. In the Psalm 17, also in Proverbs 21:1, the king's heart is in his hand, and the Lord as the so even going to these elites, man, in the background, the Lord is controlling them.
Right.
That's one thing she heard, and she said yes before anything
That
else.
goes back to that Psalm 64 we were going to earlier, man. Because the Lord is actually using these elites to pretty much, bring everybody to that point where you have to decide what you're gonna do. All right. This is why he put the spirit on Bill Gates to buy up all the farmland. All right. To push this whole petition of, not eating meat no more, man. Right. All right. We gotta eat the bugs.
Yeah.
That's really Klaus Schwab that said that shit.
Yeah.
But either way, they're saying that the red meat consumption is contributing to this carbon emission.
Yeah.
It's too much carbon out here. And carbon literally is in everything, man.
Burping and farting too much.
They said last week that they actually coming up with a plan. They want to go on a helicopter and snipe cows because cows are burping and shit too much.
Yeah. And it's madness, man. But you gonna have these dumbass motherfuckers that's gonna eat all that bullshit up.
Well, maybe they should do that. It is too much going on. And you look at that, they're actually pushing that down because if you buy I went to a Hornets game a couple months ago, you have how much carbon emission. That's what it was on the ticket.
Yeah,
Go on
they
the plane
sensitizing.
ticket.
They sensitizing.
Yeah,
They're
it's
trying to
on
get
the
you
plane
familiar
ticket,
with
man.
that shit.
It's on, you go to a concert, anywhere, they're showing you how much carbon is being used for that event. And that's what ultimately what that new order is going to control, man. Because like I said, you get that chip, they're going to tell you, all right, well, you ate too much red meat today. You got,
Cut you off for that one.
yeah, you can't eat no more until whatever day.
Yeah.
Right, you got too many shoes. You got whatever, man. They want complete control, man. That's
There
what
you
most
go.
are doing that, man.
There you go.
You know? Go ahead.
Yeah, because this devil, he wants, like the priest is going into, man, he wants complete and full control, man. He wants to be like the Most High, man.
That's
You know? Yeah, you grab that. Matter of fact, yeah, I got you. We go into 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, right? We'll go into, we start at the 6th verse. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 6. And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. And this is the time for the devil to be revealed, man. That's why you got the prophets out here, letting everybody know who Esau Edom is, man. The so-called white man. That's the nation that the Lord is speaking about, man. When it comes into this man being the devil, doing the workings of Satan, and that's what it's going to get into, man. But he's being revealed by the prophets, man. Right? 2 Thessalonians 2 and 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now let us will let until you take it out of the way, man. Yeah, you got it.
Like I say, the Most High is allowing this damn devil to pretty much destroy the earth, all right, so that he has a justifiable reason to come back and judge him. Yep. This is why, like I said earlier, this is why you're seeing all these train derailments happening, which is polluting America's water source, and those chemicals that they're letting the trains burn with is being absorbed by the air, man.
Yep.
All right, to get people sick.
Yeah.
All right, they want people sick.
Yep.
Like I said, it's millions of dollars, and these people going back and forth to the damn medical, the hospitals and the doctors. All right, even death. And shit, this devil's so goddamn wicked to where he's charging you for the plot of land, the casket to put you in, the tombstone, and then the funeral costs, man. If you want to bypass the funeral, you say, oh, I'm gonna get cremated. You gotta pay for the urn. You gotta pay for the goddamn fire. You gotta pay for the plastic being put in the fire. That's all bullshit, man. That's all big ass money racket,
They'll
man.
put a life insurance, make you get life insurance.
Then you got a thing called death tax.
Yep, death tax.
And if you can't, and you have outstanding bills, all right, that gets passed on to your children.
Yep. So this man is completely trying to drain and suck you dry, man. You know? 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way.
Right. Who is the man of sin?
The son of perdition, man. We go into that word perdition, it means destruction.
Yeah.
Who's destroying the fucking earth, man? You know?
Iniquity goes into countless sins. Sin on top of sin on top of sin. And who's the one promoting that?
Come on, man. It's Esau Edom.
Which is
The
who?
Edomites, the so-called white man.
All right.
You see, and you see it, man. That's why they got all of that pride on them, man.
Because what the easiest way to show that, real quick, get Job 9:24.
Absolutely.
That'll answer all that. You'll have. It's black devils too.
Right.
It's wicked black people too.
That's right.
But who's the one that's controlling all this shit? Right
Yeah,
now?
who created niggas, man? It wasn't us. Niggas was a fucking experiment that was created, man.
Book of Job. This is the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And you can get who the wicked is in Malachi.
I got you.
4.
Got you.
Right?
But just using the context of the verse,
Yeah.
who rules the world?
Come on, man.
It ain't-
Because you have a thing called the 1%,
Right.
the elite,
Come on.
which are what race?
So-called white people.
Asian race.
And you can look, you can see it, man. The so-called elite. It ain't so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right?
Right.
You guys?
It's not that hard.
Yeah.
It don't take a rocket scientist to see that. It's not the Arabs. The Arabs still gotta check into the damn baby.
Exactly.
You know? It's not Jeff. Them motherfuckers over on islands looking stupid.
Right.
They got their land took. So
Turtles and frogs and rats.
turtle
man.
soup.
Yeah. Bad soup and shit, man. Come on, man.
That was
Well, like,
Jeff got some type of decorum.
Right. He's talking about the heathen. Right. But that's absolutely right, man. You know?
Yeah, we ain't gonna do that bad, man. That's
The
good.
earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
So another form to show you of who the wicked is, because who took the Bible and painted themselves as God,
That's right.
as Jesus,
Come on, man.
as King David,
Come
as
on,
King
bro.
Solomon, as Jacob,
Yep.
as everybody in the scriptures.
The
Yep.
angels.
The angels, everybody in the Bible is white.
Come
But
on,
how is that true when the so-called Caucasian race is the minority on the earth?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How are you said you're God and Jesus, right?
That's
You
the
said
core.
you're the Egyptians, you said you're the Australians, you said you're every nation under the sun, but like I said, you're the minority on the earth.
Exactly.
Okay? That doesn't make sense. Somebody please help bring this logic up to date so we can have clarity on the issue.
Something don't add up.
This man has lied to you.
Go.
All right? Through the Catholic Church. All right? Through the Christian Church.
Yep.
All right? They tell you these lies talking about God and Jesus is white. That's a form of white supremacy, which is really Edomite supremacy, so that you colored nations, specifically you so-called Negro Latino Native Americans, can have a sense of inferiority when you look at the so-called white man.
Go.
Right.
All right?
Go.
That's
Hey.
why in slavery, they told you so-called blacks, you didn't have a soul. All right? But you can't find, dig deep to find that information now, man.
Man, it's impressive.
But they told so-called black people back in the plantation that you didn't have souls. So if you wanted a chance at salvation, you had to accept great white man Jesus as your Lord and Savior. They told the so-called Native Americans and the Latinos that you had to accept Jesus Christ when they burnt you at the stake. You had the one Gadite, I forget his name, but he asked one of the conquistadors, he said, is it white people in heaven? And he's like, yeah. He's like, well, send me to hell. I don't want to be in a place where white people are, man. 'Cause he knew that was wicked, man.
They knew that was wicked. And they used their whole Renaissance art during the time of Michelangelo or whatever. Yeah, they used their whole Renaissance art and started painting their images up, saying that they're the people of the Bible.
Right.
You know?
It's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 3, and verse 48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought the likeness of their image.
Yeah, so that's going into that whole Renaissance art, man. You know, they started painting themselves up as being the Lord, right? Calling them Jesus, right? Which that goes back to Cedric Borgia, man.
That's right.
Right? And they painting themselves as when it comes to the angels, when it comes to the people of the Bible.
That's right.
That's what it goes back to, man. They're the ones that put their images up. And no other nation did that, man. You don't see no goddamn Chinese Jesus. You don't see no African Jesus, right? You don't see no Hawaiian Jesus, no Samoan Jesus. The so-called white man did that, man. Right? Right.
The Koreans do have a Korean Jesus on their crucifix in the regular church.
Yeah, but they don't promote it.
Yeah. And that's it's an Italian guy. It's generally considered the person who is Jesus.
Right.
It's really just the son of an angel.
Right. Talking about Cedric Borgia, right?
Yeah. If you go to Palestine, Lebanon, people don't look white. You wouldn't expect to see a white person in the middle of Judea 2,000 years ago. It makes no sense. Clearly you would burn. You wouldn't have real eyes. It's pointing the face to the equator, so your eyes would be
Right. They don't add up.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Right. If you look at what is that in Rio de Janeiro? They got that big ass statue of Right. And then just so happens it's constantly getting struck by lightning, man. That's a sign from the Lord, man. Let y'all know that's not the true image. You know?
He got struck.
He got the
not
hand,
too
he
long
got the
ago.
head.
Yeah. It knocked out part of his finger on that shit.
Right. Yeah, right. Then it's at the highest point, man.
Yeah.
It's probably what do you call it, a ziggurat.
Yeah, you're my piece out?
Yeah, I'll finish that up. I'll run it back. This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 48. It says, and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
Bible chapter again?
Come. The book of First Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
Right, so the book of the law being the scriptures, man.
That's right.
All right, and pretty much that, you said that right. So the book of the law being the scriptures, they took the ancient people of the Bible and made them white. Like I said, that was done to be a form of supremacy against the so-called Negroes, Latino Native Americans who were in slavery, man. You know? Like we were saying earlier about the image of Jesus, that was an actual man that lived on the earth and celebrated 4 years. A lot of the 4 years. It was prophesied in scripture. Figured out this is one of the many reasons why they took the prophesied the Bible.
this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 15. It said, for a father of affliction with afflicted with untimely mourning, when he had made an image of his child, soon taken away.
Right, so this is dealing with Pope Rodrigo VI, all right? His son, Cesare Borgia, died at an early age. Cesare Borgia was a homosexual, he practiced incest, he had sex with his sister, all right? So the Lord, he killed him at an early age, and he went and commissioned Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo to change him up as the Lord and Savior. That's why when you look at the Last Supper picture, you look closely at that picture. That's nothing but Cesare Borgia's picture on all the men, and some of those pictures, some of those men in that picture are actually his sisters. So that whole picture is based off of two people.
You have an idea of American
You know, what you want that?
God, it says, I'm going to start from the top. Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 15. It says, for the father afflicted with untimely mourning, when he had made an image of his child soon taken away, now honoring him as a god, which was then a dead man.
Right. So now they put he made that an idol. He made that an idol now. So our people worship that image, thinking that's how the Lord really looks when he does it.
Right.
Because the Lord actually, his look is described twice in the Bible. Somebody want to get that to you guys something else?
It more here. And it says, and delivered to those that were under him ceremony and sacrifice.
So like I said, man, our people worship, especially the Northern Kingdom in the Catholic Church, they worship that image. That's why you go to every church, it's those stained glasses with that picture of Jesus, man.
Yeah.
You know, and they think, that's why, hey, you got the candles with the Northern Kingdom, you got the damn the rosary beads that got his ugly ass face on there.
Yeah.
You got all these pictures of Jesus plastered everywhere. And they think that's really how the Lord looks when he does it, man.
Right.
The Bible tells you how the Lord looks. You go to the book of Revelation, you get that one first.
I'm going to read 16 on the shot. Verse 15 and 14 and 16. It says, y'all was in process of a time ungodly custom, going strong and was kept as a law. Was kept as a law, and a great image was worshipped by the commandment of kings.
They made our people worship that image, man. To this day. You know, that's why you see Jesus Christ everywhere. Alright? Because that idol pushed upon our people, but our people don't understand their image comes with a spirit. Alright? That's why Christians are one of the worst type of people on the planet. Because they're the biggest hypocrites. They don't practice what the Bible really talks about.
Exactly.
You know?
Keep the commandments.
Exactly.
And I'm just being honest.
They go.
Are you a Christian?
No, because of what you just said. Seems like people worship Jesus like a supply side economics Jesus, almost like a Reaganomics Jesus. It's like they don't read the actual Jesus. Because Jesus, when he fed the 5,000, he didn't ask you for a drug test. He didn't ask you to like what you were doing for. He just fed you. He didn't ask the blind for a copay when he healed them. He just helped. He just helped people.
So everything is about money now.
Yeah. What Jesus is about is helping his fellow man, realizing that we are a global tribe and we need to help each other if we're going to make it to another level of consciousness. I don't understand people who can say that they're Christian, but then say, oh, we don't need to give welfare, we don't need to give food stamps, let these children starve. It makes no sense to me. I don't like the Catholic Church because the Catholic Church is just the Roman Empire. It's literally just the Roman Empire influencing our current world. And without Constantine, we wouldn't even have those images of Jesus. We wouldn't have.
Yeah, I would say that.
Well, yeah.
First of all, Constantine was actually black, right?
Right.
That being said, he was the brother of modern times. Constantine was actually this one. Alright? So, going from there, going to the Roman Catholic Church, the original Roman Catholic Church is actually in by some bread. It's called a Christian school. Alright? It's idolatry. The Roman Catholic Church. You have two Roman Catholic Roman Empire. You have the Holy Roman Empire, which is the Rome. You have the pagan Roman Empire, which you have the white Roman. Alright? So what the pagan Roman Empire did was take the philosophies that the Holy Roman Empire and just added all the mysticism to it. they started tying Greek mythology with the people of the Bible.
They also just took a lot of the pagan holidays. They took a lot of the equinoxes. Like Easter's just the spring equinox, because you're just following the sun. See what the
Well,
sun
Easter is
does.
actually a satanic ritual that they use. The actual holiday from that is actually Passover. But dealing with just, you said the equinox, you got the winter and summer equinox, spring. Those are all high witch,
Well,
satanic practices.
they're ancient pagan holidays that they've been doing in Turkey and Germany and England. You see those mounds that they used to make. That way they would have a door and the sun would only enter, the light would enter through that door and it would light up a shrine only one day a year. And that's where, they think that some of the oldest ones are in Turkey. So when we were hunter-gatherers, it seems like those things are what stopped us and actually got us to build cities. It's just these religious things. And the Catholics were lazy. They didn't make up their own days. They knew that they couldn't do it. Like taking the Christmas tree from the German pagans. It's just easier. I think they just put it up. They don't even want to. They don't even care about the Catholics. Knew that those people didn't make
What you just described, that was their form of sun worship. That's Roman Catholics, the Roman Catholic Church, Christianity, that all goes around sun worship. That's why Sunday was deemed the day of worship for them. Because they actually worship the Son of the God.
Yeah, you can take that back to our species being the first species to sleep on our backs. So at night we actually got to see the stars and recognizing where the stars are. It was really good for helping find animals, plant, agriculture. If you know the seasons are coming because of where the stars are, and that's why it seems like the Greeks and the Egyptians, they all created all their mythology around the television they were watching every night.
But you see that those customs that are used as one that you just mentioned, those practices are practiced today. It's just repackaged to pretty much get Ecclesiastes too about there's no new thing under the sun. People just see, because America did not do anything but take all the customs, all the practices from all different captivities, the Babylonians, the Egyptians, the Medo-Persian Empire. They just repackaged it all here and called it Christmas, Halloween, Easter, 4th of July. All this shit is all pagan customs that goes into the worship of other gods. So we're gonna get that right there. It's like heaven. Yeah, get that right there.
What's up with the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, verse 9? It says the thing that has been, it is that which it shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. There is no new thing under the sun.
Right, there's no new thing under the sun. So like I said, all these practices that you're seeing taking place, these are all just they're made to make it palatable now. If you go back in the ancient world, they know what they're right? When you go into Saturnalia, which is the old way of how you practice Christmas, those damn Edomites will get drunk, have orgies, and go kill each other. Valentine's Day. That's another item out of worship and holiday that goes back to St. Valentine's Day massacre. All these ancient holidays, all these holidays that we see America practice and push today, all go back to some type of massacre that involved death. Death for idol worship. You know? You more on that? That was it.
That was it.
This is the wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 11. Therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation, because of the creature of the Most High, they are become an abomination and stumbling blocks to the souls of men.
Right, these idols have become an abomination and stumbling blocks unto our people. All right, because we're the main ones that's caught up in all this, man.
Yeah.
All right, because like I say, everything in America goes back to some idol worship, man. The days of the week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they all go back to Roman gods, just like Greek gods. You know, the name of the planets go back to Greek gods, man. All right, everything is some type of idol worship tied to everything in America, man. You know. Yeah.
Continuing on, and it says, and a snare to the feet of the unwise. Verse,
because like I said, I said this before, man. You need to research everything that you do to know so you know what practices go back to what. All right, because the problem with our people, because they just do things because it was passed down through families, generations, and whatnot. They think that, okay, well, I'm just doing this because my family did, not realizing what it goes back to. Our people well, we were brought up into Christianity. I'm not Christian, it's like, well, Christianity too.
Right.
But like I say, Christmas, all that, not knowing the origins of that. Christmas is actually talked about in the Bible. Jeremiah 10 records it. That the whole cut the tree down, put it in your house. That goes back to Nimrod.
You don't need to bring this into your house.
You know what that tree represents, right? It represents Nimrod's penis.
That's what it goes back to.
The whole process of Christmas, like I said, you cut the tree down because the Babylonians back then believed that Nimrod's spirit would go inside the tree. So when you put the tree in your house, you deck it in the golden suit. Back then they used real golden suit, but now that's why we have tinsel. So you put the present under the tree. When you have your children go under the tree to get the present, that's you offering your children to Nimrod. And if you didn't offer anything to Nimrod, they said the spirit of the tree would pretty much kill you. That's where that goes back to.
That crumpet shit.
Crumpet, that was the demons. Yeah. Krampus.
They put that fear into you.
You know?
You gotta turn that into another word for idiot, wouldn't
This is the wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 12. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication.
The creation of idols is the beginning of spiritual fornication. Actually, when you go into this whole chapter, it goes into how pretty much you making an idol. It shows you that the idol doesn't have any more power. It doesn't have power. You created the idol, but then giving your power to that creation that you made.
It's madness.
That's
Idiotic.
stupid. You know? That's why I said the creation of idols is the beginning of spiritual fornication because the credence that you give to that idol, it actually belongs to the Most High and the Son.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Continuing on. And the invention of them, the corruption of life.
Right. Because that begins to turn you away from your maker. All right? So when you start worshiping these other gods, man, all right, which humans don't do that is death. Because when you go into it, when a time of calamity comes upon you, can they save you?
Absolutely not. No.
All right? So that shows you there's no reason why you should worship these guys. Man. Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 13. For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever.
Right. All these gods have a point of origin. And they were created by men. It's like these religions. All right? They were all created by men. So that lets you know that the Most High, He is the true power because He has no origin date.
That's right.
You can't sit there and say when God was born.
He has no
When He's
beginning nor
created.
end, man.
You know? That's why
Ancient of Days.
I was about to say that. That's spirit, you know? Yeah.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 14. For by the vain glory of men they entered into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end.
Right, because when the Lord finally brings this place to an end, all right, it's going to be all the practices, the customs are going to be all done away with. Because in that time, all right, when the kingdom of Israel is established, all nations will serve the true God in power, man.
Right,
all right, which is the
right.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man.
right.
All right, and they will serve, all nations will serve the Israelites, man. You know?
Verse 15. For a father afflicted with untimely. Oh, God.
Earlier,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
showing you that the creation of idols
Yep.
was the reason why our people are in this state, man. You know?
Y'all know Edward Bernays? Sigmund Freud?
I'm
I've heard of
Okay,
it.
okay, so Edward Bernays is Sigmund Freud's nephew. Sigmund Freud was really broke towards the end of his life. Edward Bernays brought him over here, sold his books. But have you ever heard of public relations? Okay, so Edward Bernays created public relations. He created what I believe is the false idol today, which I feel like I'm worshiping sometimes. It's brands, it's consumerism. Edward Bernays, he's the reason that we wake up in the morning for breakfast. He's the reason that women smoke cigarettes. He created all of this stuff, and it was in the last century in 110 years. And I just believe that we need to focus on getting away from consumerism, because consumerism ends up taking all of our extra money, like all of our resources we waste to give money to people who don't give a fuck about us.
But you know, that's all by design, though.
Yeah,
Like you said
of course.
earlier, the 1%, the elites, they pretty much put this whole thing together to make everybody worship them.
Yeah, it's all about
God-
extracting as much value out of you as they can.
God,
and
God, the
letting
new
you
the new
die.
God now is money. So that everybody worships money, which they all had to pay homage to them. Which is what we go back to Psalm 64, man. You know, because that all ties together. You know what we were talking about earlier. You know, because this whole life that America has grown accustomed to has been manufactured from the beginning. Like
Manufactured consent is really
you
good.
know, like I say, the breakfast wasn't a thing. You know, back early American time. You know, this is something that they made for money.
Yeah, it really goes
Right?
back to Indian fast, right?
Yeah,
That's
right.
where you get the word breakfast.
Yeah, the whole thing of eating 3 times a day. That's not human nature.
No.
You eat when you're hungry.
Yeah, generally.
You know?
It's maybe one big meal a day. Or when we were hunter-gatherers, you're just kind of picking up small things. That's generally. When you're talking about they want us to get unhealthy, I think about the obesity statistics. So in 1950, obesity for adults was about 10.5%. It hit 40% in the last 2 years. And I think that they promote that because with obesity, you get so many diseases
For the love of money,
that it creates you at you're a consumer for medical. Number one reason that people are in debt in this country is because of medical debt. Because they realize that if you're going to die, you will pay $50,000 for it. Even if it's a drug that will cost $5. It's insane, sir.
This is 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil.
And that's what we go back to. Because everything is profit driven. They promote an unhealthy lifestyle for Americans just so they can profit off of it when their health is
Yeah,
terrible.
actually, have y'all ever looked at a map of Beverly Hills? So if you look at a map of Beverly Hills, you can type in the word McDonald's, you'll see it all on the city, outside the city limits of Beverly Hills. There's not a McDonald's in Beverly Hills. You can't get the fast food that they try to send to everyone else in because they know that it's worse.
That all goes back to opposite.
But as soon as you leave, it's all,
McDonald's has
it's all fast food. and
it's not real food.
No, it's bullshit.
manufactured. There's not enough cows in the world to produce a fucking $1 McDouble.
Yeah, it's human,
That's
McDonald's
fake,
is
man.
human being. That's a part of it. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith.
So that's going into what we were going to earlier. They profit off of you being a consumer, going back and forth. That's why every time you go to a doctor, therapist, whatever so-called professional that you seek help from, they're all going to prescribe you something. That's why during the pandemic, where they were trying to tell you that if you get on, you catch the vid, you go to the hospital, they put you on a ventilator. The doctors were being given bonuses for putting people on ventilators, knowing that was one of the main causes why people was dying from this. You know, the damn jab, all right, was not. It's still not to this day, still not FDA approved. Well, I think some of them are now. But at the end of the day, they fast tracked the jab to come out there to get people to get that shit because those hospitals that were giving them were getting bonuses. You know? Yeah, the patent on C-19 years before anybody talked about it. That's why you watch the TED Talk years ago. He's saying us the population is that pretty much do a good job with population control. We're going to invent a vaccine and pretty much control the population. You know, so everything is money driven, man.
That's what it goes back to.
Are you trying to link to that video you just said? Can't find that.
I watched a movie and stuff talking about it, where he talks about, how, that was around the time of Ebola, when he came out with that talk. He talked about how Ebola didn't span as much time that you could give someone else Ebola, you were sick in your bed. He talked about how a disease that if you could have it and you could spread it, but you didn't know you had it, and you didn't know you had it for at least 24 to 48 hours, then that would be the major issue, because then you could get into airports, get to train stations, you could travel while spreading the disease.
Yeah, that's all propaganda at the end of the day, though. We know that was manufactured.
Well, that's the idea right now. Is that
It's all manufactured, man. All these diseases, CDC has, and I have witness for this. My cousin works in the fire department in Atlanta. He's been in the CDC. They have floors and they have rooms. Each floor, each door has a disease that they done dug up. They got floors and shit. Every disease known to man they done found is up in the CDC. Why is that? Because they kind of releasing that to the masses. That's wicked, man.
Why y'all got this
They just revived a 50,000-year-old virus.
Why? That's the wicked.
Yeah, it's very.
That's why they make shows like The Last of Us.
Yep.
You know, fucking fungi disease.
It was another movie. It was I think something like Contagion. First it said we had over 500 viruses man-made in this lab. That was a movie.
They put everything in the book.
Yeah.
That goes back to what?
They can put that. Because ultimately Esau wants to be like the Most High.
Don't look into like the Trilateral Committee or the Golden
Psalm 83.
I know a little bit.
Psalm 83. Because that's one of many six councils they have to discuss what they're going to do to the public. Man.
Yeah, it's the idea that they get to judge what the world's going to be in the next.
Right. You got the Trilateral Committee, you got the Bilderberg Group, all these like the Templars, you got all these things are elite think tanks. They're all the nations come together to discuss what they're going to do. They were talking about COVID years before this shit actually hit.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So they know that everything was man-made. That's why they went ahead and released a document showing you that virus was created over in Wuhan in China, man.
Matter of fact,
Yeah, it
real
was
quick,
very.
before you get that, Micah 2:1, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. So yeah, at the end of the day, man, you know, these elites, right? They come up with these certain, wicked plans and plots, what they want to do, and then they eventually try to carry it out. That's how they get down, man.
I think there's some billionaires that are kind of lazy and just spend their money without super worried. I wouldn't give them that much credit.
Not all billionaires are part of the 1%.
Yeah, because a lot of them are just less or really.
This is Psalm 83 and 1. It's to keep not thou silent, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. Verse 2. For lo, thy enemy make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lift up the head.
Right, because that trouble when they council, all these leaders and humans come together to do consult against the Lord's interval, which is the Israelites, so-called black people in Israel.
Psalm 83 and 3, it says, they have take perfect counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Because it's one of those groups that we have to sign. One of the groups that's on there that pretty much control what you wear. You know, like we were talking about earlier with the whole brand and shit. They have a group that they do the research to see kind of like what our people will be more inclined to go to. That's why you had seasons of clothes centers. You had the season where Coogee was in. And that's why we're all the way now to where people are in Nike, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, all that. These are all things that they know Jake is the biggest consumer, so-called blacks.
Was it new slaves? The song New Slaves, Jesus.
Oh,
This talks about the CCA, which is the Prison Industrial Complex Corporation that's traded on Wall Street.
You know a little something.
Yeah, he's a low with it too. Yeah, he's a low illuminator.
Yeah, that's right.
Psalm 83 and 4. It says, they have said, come, and let us cut them off with the nation.
Because that was the whole point of why they did all this. So they wanted somehow they want to the Americans not to know that the Israelites that's spoken about in this book, that's you. Alright? When you read about Deuteronomy, it was waiting there for you. Alright? Slavery happened because it was written in the Bible about what happened to our people, man.
Right.
You know? They use all these distractions, all everything in the world to destroy our minds, to keep us realizing that fact. Alright? That's why they did what they did in that term. You hear read about his name. He read the Bible and found out that the Israelites, that was talking about him and his people. That's why he revolted like that to kill all them slave masters. That's why they did that. When they got him, when they finally got him, the only reason they got him, to be honest with you, because they took his family. They said if you don't surrender, we're gonna kill your family. So he turned himself in, and they killed that man worse than anybody. They turned his body up to where to this day his family still doesn't own his body. His ancestors that are descended from his family line still to this day don't own his body. They cut him. They cut his body up into pieces. Yeah.
Some people make shoes and all that stuff.
You got slave museums that show you they have council made slave skin, the wool from my hair and all that shit, man. Nope.
This is Psalms 137, verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. Because at the end of the day, they're trying to destroy us as a people. Right. The top, the beast, the 1% that beast was talking about. Those are the ones to see.
What do y'all think of his Georgia Guidestones?
And that was the elite 10 Commandments for what they want the New World Order.
What's the idea is that it's going to be taken?
Psalms 83 and 4, it says, they have said, come, and let us cut them off from being the nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
They succeeded with that for a little while, man. Because for a good period of time, when they told the Revelation, we didn't know who we were. All right? So they actually succeeded with making the name of Israel cease from the earth. Man.
Psalms 83 and...
Okay, this is a joint effort from all the heathen. All right, when we say the heathen, the heathen are all nations that don't descend from the 12 tribes of Israel. Oh, she turned the corner?
Psalms 83 and 6. Psalms 83 and 5. It said, for they had consulted together with one consent.
They all consulted together with one consent, go ahead.
They are confederate against thee.
That's those nations coming together. Like Preacher mentioned earlier, you got the Bilderberg groups, right? The trilateral conventions, and all these other groups coming together. The Knights of the Templar, they coming together to try to keep Israel cut off from the power.
And that actually takes place in the Bible. That's the council, man. Because you think about it like this. And when you look into the meetings, why does every nation in the world have a seat in that meeting except for us? Why don't we have a representative in that? Because they want to keep us oppressed, man. All right, but these devils have gotten so fucking sadistic with it. They got their own people in slavery now.
As long as they can keep foot on Israel now, they don't even care about their own.
We have more slaves today than we ever have. We export our slavery. That's all Southeast Asia is right now, is sweatshops to make our clothes. People who are getting paid 15 and 20 cents an hour, maybe $1 a day.
This detail who all took part in that council. We're going to break down all the nations, man.
Psalms 83 and 6. It said, the tabernacle of Edom.
Tabernacle of Edom. So for those that don't know whose biblical nationality is, we're gonna let you know. Edom was being the proprietor of all this. His nationality now, right? He's kind of the Caucasian, right? So the white man, his nationality is part of the Edom, according to the Bible. Edomites, who descend from your forefather Esau.
It says the Ishmaelites.
The Ishmaelites being the so-called Arabs. Moab is the so-called Chinese.
And I think the Hagarenes.
The Hagarenes, if not mistaken, I think that's either Ham or Ishmael. I can't remember. Yeah, I think that's Ham.
Verse 7, it says Gabal, Ammon.
Those are the so-called Jews.
No, he said Ammon.
Ammon is the so-called Japanese.
Yeah, Amalek.
Okay, that's the good. Yeah, that's the so-called Jews, man. All right. Those are the ones that are pretty much with the control in their hand, moving all the world like they want.
That's that top 1%.
That's the spearheads, the 13 royal bloodlines. Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, the DuPont, the Geddes, Oppenheimer. They extended, they can change their names. Like now goes back to I think the Rockefellers. You know, they're all over. All right. They just changed their name to Hollywood. They're the ones that put the things in Muhammad Company. Go ahead.
It said the Philistines
Yeah, those are Headman Nation.
with the inhabitant of Tyree.
So all these nations have took part in bringing us down as a nation. All right. That's why the Most High will come back and judge the world for what they did to the Hebrews, what they did to the Israelites.
Right.
You know?
I got a quick. This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 24. For like as now, the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity. I'm speaking about the heathen nations. I'm saying the neighbors of Zion, the heathen nations. And Zion is just another name for Israel. It says, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our power. So these heathen, they're about to see the rising and the salvation of the Israelites. It says, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting. 25 being the point. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High. For thine enemies, speaking about the heathen nations, have persecuted thee, what we're going into now. But shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck.
Like, judgment is going to come upon all the heathen for what they did unto our people.
That's right.
Get that in, I think Jeremiah about the cup. Well, that's a good one too. The cup, yeah.
Thank you for letting me listen. I enjoyed all of it. You all have a great day.
All right, take it easy.
Hey, actually, where do I find that live stream? Is that do this on?
YouTube, GMS,
Type in Great News.
Great News. Yeah. Thank you, you got one beat up his wife. Oh, he said meet up his wife, right? I'm like, dang, you mad as hell, man. Come here, you eat my bitch. Jeremiah,
I just want to ask what you saying while you get that though. This is First Maccabees 2 and 10. They say he's clarification.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to play with him down there.
He didn't come up all, crazy.
This is First Maccabees 2 and 10. It says, what nation have not had part in her kingdom and had gotten of her spoils, man? All right, so that, as we go into, all right, all nations that had a hand in our captivity, man. All right, it's what we said, they fought in affliction, man.
That's right.
Because no nation has stood up for our behalf, man. They all take part, right? So, and then when you go into the history, all the heathen has had us in captivity at one point in time in history or not.
Absolutely.
All right, Ham, Ishmael, Ammon, Moab, all right, Esau, everybody that had their turn with us, man. So it's only right, the Lord let us have our way with them. Do that shit for no reason, man.
Jeremiah, you were talking about that.
Those in Germany, those in Germany. Yeah. That's talking about Eden judgment. I'm talking about Israel right now. We can still get that.
I'm going to read Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 16 first. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity.
Right. Esau left before he could hear the judgment.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, man.
You know what's coming.
At the end of the day, man, all the nations will pay for what they've done unto Israel, man. Captivity, slavery is in the Bible, and it's going to happen to all you nations because it's not the children of Israel in slavery right now.
That's right.
Like I said, Esau is so much of a demon, he has his own people in slavery with us right now. There's a thing called debt slavery, all right? Where we're all slaves unto the damn system because we're all indebted to this system in some form of way, man. Whether it's credit cards, student loan,
Everybody bound by
Social
contracts.
Security.
Birth certificates and all that.
Yeah,
You know?
bound by those adhesion and by
debt
those
notes.
adhesion contracts
Yeah.
and debt notes. Exactly. Everybody's in debt.
Continuing on, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. All right. So at the end of the day, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the same ones that had us in captivity, just like how we've been reading in Psalms, the 83rd chapter. All right. those certain nations that had us under subjection, under slavery. The same thing's going to happen unto the rest of the heathen nations, man. All the heathens are going to go under captivity, not just some of them. All right, and out of all the heathens, the Edomites, which is the so-called Caucasian race, is the only race that's going to be exterminated like a insect that is not welcome. All right, they're going to be exterminated, man. Assuming the Obadiah.
Yeah, 'cause they gotta serve that 1,000-year sentence, man.
Right.
You know, they're gonna be in slavery under the Israelites for a period of 1,000 years, and then they're gonna be exterminated.
Yeah, this is well, I was looking for. Showing you that every nation has the captivity, and this is the meaning that somebody made to show you what happened. Our psyche, how our psyche was attacked in these different captivities. So it says the Egyptians made you feel worthless, the Babylonians made you worship other gods, the Persians made you lawless, the Greeks Hellenized you, infusing their beliefs with yours, the Romans made you codependent on their system. America is all these captivities in one.
Yup.
Hey, Baba Kusai, send me that.
Beautiful.
Bro.
Yeah.
But that's a great example of what the children of Israel have been through, man.
Yup.
And right now we're in our last captivity. Man, it's time for us to get the fuck up out of here, man.
That's right, man.
You know, and look, the Lord, at the end of the day, we broke the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Shemel Shine. The Lord whooped our ass, man. But that ass whooping is almost over, man. You know? That was a great.
I got some. This is on Jeremiah 49 and 12. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have surely drunk. All right, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Because at the end of the day, we drunk in the cup of slavery, of captivity. Even though, we sin against our Heavenly Father, all right, but we're the children of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right, so technically we wasn't supposed to drink of that cup, but ultimately we sinned against Him, so we had to drink of that cup because of our disobedience. Continuing on.
Yeah, hey, like the brother going into, we had to drink of that cup, man. All right, since now we drinking that cup, you have to heat the nation. Y'all gonna drink of that cup also.
All right, and I got it back. Salaki on that. Jeremiah 49 and verse 12. For thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? At the end of the day, these heathen nations will not go unpunished. All right, eye for eye, tooth for a tooth. Right, rightfully so. Just like it says in Revelation chapter 13 and 9 and 10. All right, for if anybody can get that. All right, he that liveth in captivity shall go into captivity, and he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Because at the end of the day, Yahweh Shem Yahushua requires real justice in the earth. Man.
Right.
All right, he's the ultimate judge of the heavens and the earth. Man. All right.
Right. It's 18 nations on this earth, man.
Right.
And out of these 18 nations, 17, is the 17 nation is our enemy. Esau being our number one enemy. All right. So Esau, these are the 17 nations. Y'all touched the Most High. I'm one of the Most High God's people. Right? But Esau, you went overboard, man. Then the devil that you are, you went overboard.
Just like the scripture say in Zechariah 11 chapter verse 5, you further the affliction. All right, you made it worse upon us, man. That's how you know that you are the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
That's how you know that we're in the last leg of Rome, man. If you can have the spiritual eyes to see and the spiritual ears to understand that, man. All right, continuing on. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt drink of it. Slavery, man.
Right.
All the rest of the heathen nations are going into slavery, just like how we went into slavery for our disobedience, all right, and our worshiping of idols and not worshiping Yahweh Shem Yahushua. these heathen nations are going to go in slavery for furthering the affliction, for making it more worse and harder for us, man. And ultimately, at the end of the day, Yahweh Shem Yahushua set that all up. He's the righteous control judge.
Because the only reason we went into captivity is because we disobeyed our power. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And if a brother want to get that at the root, we were sold to the nation. If a brother want to get that. But, just like the curses are upon us for disobedience, obeying the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, all the curses are going to be on our enemies. There's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, and verse 7. It says, "In the Lord, Yahweh, thy power, will put all these curses upon thine enemies." And a part of the curses is captivity. It says, "And on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee." Going back to what the brother referred to, Revelation 13 and 10. Okay? So everything that we've been through, I being evil towards our brother, going into captivity, being called a byword, hey, that's going to be done to the enemies, the heathens. Okay?
I got a quick precept. Revelation 13, chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. Verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword.
So just like Esau, Edom led us into captivity, chattel slavery. Okay, they about to go into captivity, and all these heathen nations, they help in the aid of our captivity. They benefit off our captivity. So they're going into captivity as well.
That's why the scriptures say all thy adversaries. None of these adversaries are innocent. All right? They didn't try to stop the so-called Caucasian race and say, hey, them people of the Lord, don't afflict them like that. All right, get up off their back, ease up off them. Nah, they furthered the affliction right along with these. So that's why you have Psalms 83rd chapter that lets you know. Just like you see all them, when I was, growing up, I always felt bad, even though I thought they was the same people as us. I always felt bad for those damn stink ass apples. Like real talk. Now look
Got
at
a
it,
commercial.
I really like laugh at y'all for real.
You got a commercial with the flies on their face.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's them. That's the curse of Canaan.
Yeah. Curse of Cain, man.
Hey, bro, get Revelation 11 and 2. Because you were speaking about how the other nations, they ain't trying to help us, But there was actually rejoicing at our downfall.
Yeah. Quick precept. Baruch chapter 4 verse 6. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, because at the end of the day, we the Lord's chosen people, man. The Lord really, didn't want to do it, but he knew, hey, he had to do it because he is not a power that he shall lie.
That's right.
He knew he had to bound by his prophecy. As soon as you Israelites as soon as my children start to go off, I'm gonna have to whoop. I can't let them, slack like that.
And plus, ultimately,
Deuteronomy 28:15. It told us if we didn't obey his laws, statutes, and commandments, all these curses would come. So this is where we at.
and ultimately, this is all a part of the Lord's plan anyway. This is how the Lord. This is the story of Israel. This is how the Lord wants it to go.
How we went from the greatest nation, and then now we're at the bottom right now. And even, Lord, will we be those men who receive salvation? Hey, like it says in Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. Excuse my French, motherfuckers gonna be highly surprised. The strangers of salvation, who they're gonna be seeing get beamed up, man.
Because ain't nobody thinking about so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans being the future rulers of this planet Earth, man.
I had a quick preview. This is Zechariah 1:15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was a little displeased that they helped forward the affliction.
That was a precept, yeah. And I think it was another one in Zechariah 11 and 5, right?
Oh, yeah, hold yourself not
Somebody
guilty.
slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Not guilty.
Yeah, Esau, man, because when it comes to slavery, they speak lawfully of our slavery and oppression, man.
Right.
They brush it off, man. They'll be like, hey, y'all niggas get over it, man.
I'm about to say that like Dave Chappelle. Get over it, nigga.
Yeah. Get over it, nigga. That was a long time ago.
It's crazy because as soon as you down, like I said, man, Esau is a sore punk ass loser. They never take accountability for none of their shit.
So that's the other people nation.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one Edomite that nigga look like he's like an alien. I don't know his name. When they was talking about the reparations, and he was like, none of you niggas need reparations. He's like, none of you need reparations. None of y'all serve slavery. But like I said, we're still to this day feeling the effects of slavery, and you have a thing called post-traumatic slave syndrome, which we're still feeling the effects of that, man, because They did research and they found out with women that women pass trauma to their children through the womb, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, that makes sense, man. Yeah, that makes sense, man.
Hey,
Makes sense.
Baruch 3:8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse. The only reason we're here in captivity is to serve out these curses.
Right.
We're not here to prosper. All right. This is the land of our captivity. It says, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our God. Right. So we gotta go through these curses until the Lord Yahushua comes and redeems us.
That's right.
That's right, man. That's right.
I got a question.
You want that Revelation 11,
11 and 10, because we was going into how the Hebrew nation, they didn't try to help us. They was happy at they rejoiced at our downfall, man. So bring that out.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 10. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them, and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another. Right? That's what we're going into, the heathen nations.
Yep.
You know, in our captivity, you know, it was a laughing stock to them, okay? They said they sent gifts one to another. You know? It says, and the gifts was what? Pictures of us when we was in slavery. You know? It says, to continue on, it says, we shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth. The two prophets is the northern, okay? Starting with Judah, Benjamin, Levi, and the northern kingdom is the second prophet, okay? Going with the so-called Hispanics and Native Americans. Let's keep going on Edom. Let's try to get Lamentations 4 and 22. You know, just to continue to bring out that point that the Lord is about to judge Esau, Edom. Not only Esau, Edom, the other nations, okay? And 2/3 of wicked Israelites who want to be joined hand in hand with Esau.
That's right.
All right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, 45. It said, moreover, all of these curses shall fall upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hast hearkened not unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh Shemel thy power, to keep this as a commandment and the statute which I command thee.
Right.
All right, so all these curses that was placed on us is going to fall upon our enemies, especially you Edomites.
That's right.
Right.
All right, and as you can see, look at y'all now, man. All right, and you losing your power.
So that was supposed to be Deuteronomy 30 and 7.
Oh yeah, and the Spirit had to bring it out again. We brought that out, you know, that all the curses that fell on us is going to go on
that
our
was 28
enemies.
and 45. That was stored upon us.
Okay.
That was cursed upon us.
Yeah.
The water for that too. But yeah, Deuteronomy 30th chapter and verse 7 is going into where the curse is going to bestow upon our enemies. Which
right.
we read already. This is the book of Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz.
Right. The daughter of Edom is Edomites, man. It said rejoice and be glad. Like if that was the Edomite that just came up, hey, he better live it up right now.
Yeah.
Because this is the last of his kingdom.
I would say he couldn't say much, man. Everything
Nah,
was
he
bringing
knew.
out. He
Yeah.
was just
Because he knew it was
right.
facts.
That was the
Nope.
spirit.
Yeah.
Everything we was saying was factual, bro.
Continue on.
Slugger, that would do around 30 and 7.
And the land of Uz is America, man. Babylon the Great. The cup also shall pass through unto thee, and
The cup that we was going into, captivity, the curses, is going to fall on Esau, Edom. Esau, Edom is our #1 enemy, okay?
Sure.
And then, like the brother brought out earlier, they're the only nation that's going to be cut off forever after they serve out that 1,000 years of captivity.
Which, number one, they're still here.
Yeah,
You got,
yeah,
this,
right,
you got these
that's right.
dumbasses talking about Edom was done away with already. When? Where?
Where? Yeah.
Scriptures say prove all things, and also tells you in Ecclesiastes 4 and 16 that there is no end to all the nations.
Right.
So Edom is still here.
Uh-huh.
Trying to hide himself, which proof of that, them Amalekites, man.
Yep.
Was the chief house of Edom.
And how you know they're still here? You brought out that second Thessalonians.
Yeah.
That man that said have to be revealed. The Edomites have to be here. Okay? It has to be the so-called white man.
We started out the list of going into how Edom is the end of the world.
Yup.
All right?
Yup.
So we brought that out. We brought out Job 9, 24. All clues to show you that Edom is still here because the wicked is in power right now.
That's right. I like the scriptures say, man, when the wicked is in authority, the people mourn.
Yeah.
And when the righteous is in authority, the people rejoice.
Right.
So at the end of the day, man, that's how you know. Look at the state of the world, man. Everybody's mourning, man. Ain't nobody rejoicing, man. So that's another indicator that the wicked is ruling.
Lamentations chapter 4 and 22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished. And we almost out this bitch.
That's right.
All right. O daughter of Zion, he will no more carry thee away into captivity.
And there's the last captivity.
Yeah, right.
Under the heathen rule, most importantly, our number one enemy, the Edomites.
Right,
So it's the last kingdom. We brought that out earlier. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
Finishing off. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
Right.
So everything that they did to the true children of Israel, Yahweh Shem Shai's chosen people, and the Lord is about to recompense them that.
Right.
For doing it.
You know, we can put double.
Yeah, don't.
Right. You bitch ass Edomites, man. And you ain't gonna know something. You ain't gonna know something until we put a foot up your ass and you really understand the pain that you caused our people.
Hey, it's only right, man. It's only right.
This is Psalm chapter 75, verse 8. For in the hand of the Lord Yahweh there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poureth out the same.
And that cup is gonna go into that oppression, slavery, all out hell that's gonna make you motherfuckers drink down some dregs, man. Every last drop, man.
But the dregs, it says, he poureth out of the same, but the dregs thereof.
So you gonna know true terror, Edom. Right. When we get you in the kingdom, you gonna know what it feels like to have a foot up your ass, man.
That's right.
You gonna know how it feels to have your dignity stripped from you, man.
That's right.
You know, you gonna know tears in that day, man.
That's right.
All right, go ahead.
All the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them.
Yeah, man, you gonna drink. You gonna drink that stuff. Right. All right. We're gonna end it right there. Give all honor.
Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Double honors to our apostles and others of great men. And their rule well. These salutations to the elect. Until next time we say Shalom.
Shalom.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Bible ball.
A Bible ball.
Shalom.
Let's roll.